Brought to you by Make Fun Network.
Welcome to the Top 5 of Death, where listeners vote and everyone dies. Listen and die.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of the Top 5 of Death. I'm your host, Matty B, calling you from the telephone line back in the 1910s when everyone sounded like this a little bit. And I'm here with my co-host. They're three young gentlemen. One Peter, one Piper, and one Pecker. Quality joke. I'm here. I feel like, you know what it is? My headphones are too loud. I'm like, why do I hear everything? Oh my god, that's so much better. Bistany, I'm here. I don't know if I said my name already. Everyone's here. It's been a long time since we've had the whole crew, and I'm so excited for no reason. I just like to see the boys. Today was a good day. Today was a good day. I have a big fucking gripe from today.
Oh,
he's great.
You have to use your AK today.
No, I should have. I'll get to it though. We'll go around. But Sam's here. Sam hasn't been here in 10 years. Sam, how are you? What's new? What are you doing?
I'm happy to be back. I like the little sideways comments every week that I'm gone, that I'll never be back. but I'm here, and I'm happy to be back.
That's right. He's here and he's at home.
And I'm at home. Yeah, making a quick stopover in old New Hampshire. We just finished up working with St. Hubert's. They're a big rescue out in Madison, New Jersey. We're staying in the Poconos, doing some cool stuff around there. Rented a slingshot. I don't know if you guys have ever driven a slingshot before.
No.
It's similar to Charles's Spider that he used to have.
I can imagine.
It's a little bit lower and more spread out. A little bit more like a fancy convertible go-kart thing.
Okay. I have no clue what anybody's saying right now.
Oh, really?
It's a vehicle?
It's a three-wheeler.
Sam, you're frozen in the most maniacal way for me right now.
Me?
Does anyone else see that?
No, Sam's good.
I'm
is it
beautiful. Me? Yeah, I think it's you.
Probably is.
But we rented that for a dog. This is one of my favorite things that we've done because we also bought Doug, who's doing, he's our video lead, bought him a roofing harness and strapped him into the back of our Jeep, took the Jeep apart, and had that as our filming vehicle while we drove around in the slingshot.
Fun.
Which was pretty cool.
I saw that, and I was very impressed that you guys took the precaution. However, did you use the appropriate fall protection? Because you shouldn't have been using fall restraint. You should have been using a positioning system.
Listen,
Answer the man.
Doug said, I need this. And I said, okay. That's all I know. So he didn't fall.
I'm just saying,
like
the wrong fall protection could have resulted in a speed bump, dragging him behind the car.
There you go.
Instead of keeping him inside.
We did buy some special straps too, and made sure he had only enough leeway. Oh,
I'll tell you one thing. The photo, the picture of you and the dog. No, not in the slingshot, but in the little whatever the ski thing was. Yeah.
Yes.
That was the most goddamn adorable thing I've ever seen.
Oh.
So for those watching on the YouTube, you can actually see. I guess Charles has a clip of this. I don't know where you got this.
That's raw footage. This is probably breaking an NDA of some sort.
Probably.
Yeah.
People would be pissed.
But that thing was a fucking riot. That dog, by the way, very cool. Still adoptable. His name is Patrick. He's at St. Hubert's. He needs constant stimulation, but he's a very good dog.
So you better have one of those fucking slingshots at home, or else he's going to be pissed.
He's wicked smart, wants to do shit, but if you want a dog you want to take to do a bunch of things, that's your guy, Mr. Patrick. So
all right,
look him up. That's what I've been up to, and other than that, pumped to be back, baby.
Thanks, SpongeBob.
My babies.
Will, what's new with you?
Nothing.
Okay, Charles.
I was up in New York City yesterday for a total of 4 hours?
Does anyone have the absolute pure reaction when they hear New York City to go, New York City from the
Yes.
old
New York
pasty
City.
chili.
Yes.
picante. I can't.
Yep.
I will never, ever not someone go, hey, something New York City, and I'll just go, New York City.
Matt,
Yes.
let me parallel that with is that leather?
Yep, genuine. I don't even know where that came from. I don't even know I knew that.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Charles and I were like an hour away from one another yesterday. No visit. No visit
No.
from Charles.
No. We had a race up in New York City, as usual.
Which kind of race?
This is a hybrid event, so it's you do
Oh,
a workout
Longboys.
station,
Cool.
you do a run.
Mexican and Aryan.
Yeah.
Man, I would sign up for the Mexican Aryan 5K.
Good-looking people in that race. Yeah, so we did station run. So it was yeah. It's an event called High Rocks. The event called High Rocks, and Jess and I did the mixed doubles event. So we ran as a team and we split the station work, and we had a really good time doing it. Do you want me to just restart this, and every time I'll want to say station at this point?
Yeah, do whatever. I don't know. So did you win?
No.
Have you ever won?
Have I ever won? Yes. Have I ever won overall? Once before. So,
Okay. All right. Cool.
but
Cool.
yeah, not this event, but other stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah,
Well, sounds like fun.
that was my event. Yeah, I escaped New York in 4 hours, so it was great.
Hey, I'm just happy that Jess loves a runner-up.
Good for her. Her little silver medal.
I have one framed right, like really close to me.
Well, of course you do. You're
I
not going to
placed
frame one of
second in
the
a race.
not golds you have.
Yeah, I have one. Hey, I have 2 gold medals right there. Sure,
For what?
one was last year and one was 3 years ago, but still.
Living
But
in
did
the
you earn it
past,
with a
man.
broken freaking neck?
Yeah, huh? That's
No.
what Kurt Angle did. American
Yeah.
Hero. Will, anything for reals?
Not too much. Work is stressful. In and out of Connecticut, making it happen. Got it done. Smoked a nice pork shoulder last night.
You're smoking it up, baby.
You gotta say, it gets to a point in your life where cooking meat becomes priority.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And I think it's just it's a box to check in your life as a man.
Yes,
Or as a human, anyway.
the man.
You know,
I'd be like,
You man.
plenty of
Give it
bull
up, man.
types can smoke meat too. but
Jesus. And it's probably
What?
good. Oh, the one of the funniest. You guys watch Modern Family?
Yeah.
You see the scene where they had like the parent-teacher conference because their kid's getting like a spat, and the parents of the other kid are 2 lesbians, and it's the 2 gay guys and the 2 lesbians going at it, and it is so fucking funny. Mm-hmm. One of the funniest things, he was like, they were like, "Oh, maybe we can have dinner. I'm sure you could just move that in-progress woodworking project you have in your living room out of the way." That was one of the fun. It was one of those things I had. I don't have any reference to know if that's true or not, but I'll believe it to be true, and that is so fucking funny.
It's good. That show managed to be like really wholesome and also like not PC in a lot of ways at the same time. I think the very first episode they make a joke. They're adopting the little girl Lily, and they're like, "Lily, won't that be hard for her to say?" Because she's Asian, and that's like, oh, we're starting off like that, but still like it's a very wholesome show.
It is very wholesome. And then when like gay marriage becomes legal, and then the grandson and the grandfather have to the son and Ed O'Neill and that kid have to go down for a totally different reason, but they're in the line for the marriage licenses. It's so funny.
That deserves a rewatch.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. Anyway, the rest of my week, my friend Murphy and Rosa brokered a deal about changing our dining room table out for his dining room table, and I had to fucking deal with that.
Oh my, that sounds fucking
Isn't that
terrible.
the worst? And they both looked at me like I was an asshole for being bitchy about it. Listen,
You didn't have to. You should have washed your hands of the whole thing. Like, if you're doing this, I have nothing to do with it.
I would try that, but then I just end up with a waterlogged Ethan Allen table in my backyard. Like, it's a nice table. Like I said, Ethan Allen, nice, fine. The table we're replacing it with is equally quality. It's just a little big for my house.
Oh, okay.
So if anybody wants a fucking table, come by here, bro. I'll give it to you. It's nice.
So wait. I thought it was like a table trade. It's not a trade.
I thought it was a full swap.
Yeah.
No, it's not even a trade. Like, I had a nice table, but it's a large table, and I have a small kitchen.
Yeah.
So the table that they negotiated is a small drop leaf round table. It fits very nicely in my kitchen.
Great. Wonderful. So you bought a table from Murphy?
No, he just dropped it at my house with a fucking 3.5 fucking working chairs.
Ugh.
Okay. This is getting too deep. This is too in the weeds. This is going to keep going.
Yeah.
Well, do you like
Aches
the
my
table?
joints. If you want to dump fucking property off on someone, don't deliver all the bullshit. Don't save me the broken chairs, or come set it up. Come fucking set it up.
Listen, I have a 2011 Nissan Cube that doesn't run sitting in my driveway. I might just drop it off.
Bring it by. I'll
There you go.
house some. I'll put up some houseless people.
What's wrong with the cube?
I have no idea. That car just had a lot of weird problems, and it's registered under Kaylee's name. We don't have the title. It's somewhere in Rhode Island, and I've been trying to get it out of the driveway since we moved in.
It's time to push it off a cliff.
I'm pretty close.
1877 cars for kids.
Stop it.
Yeah, okay.
KARS.
Oh,
I got
God,
in and out of New York City without hearing that song once.
Genuine.
Okay, where to begin? All right, here's a few updates here. Okay, I was supposed to close my house on Thursday. I didn't for a few reasons. I already went over them. They're not interesting. So there's that. But it's annoying because I've lost a week of time. But whatever. I'll get in there soon enough. The two cats that are here now have been one of the assholes behind me, Freddie. That's Frederica. Especially Freddie. She's a real fuck. She's been terrorizing the cat that does live here, my in-laws, to the point where that cat is now just peeing and pooping in the bed where my in-laws sleep. So now they're not allowed upstairs. Understandable. The litter box is right here, and it's fucking reeks. So I have to sit here next to fucking. I wish I knew this was happening. I would have at least been let me pick out the litter. I know the litter that doesn't smell. This just reeks of litter. My throat is starting to hurt because the dust is so dry, and I'm just inhaling it constantly. It's awful. That's gripe number one. Gripe number two. I went to my mother-in-law's / technically my dad's annual cookout today. My dad has dementia. He's in a home, but they had him come over. It was very nice. He was super pumped. He was super, super pumped. That's not the gripe. The gripe is, does anyone in their life have people who unjustly have a very high opinion of themselves?
Oh, misplaced confidence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great
yeah.
way to play it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, my mother-in-law has been like this my mother-in-law. No, not my mother-in-law. My stepmother. Apologies, Cindy, my mother-in-law. She's very sweet. My stepmother, who owns a karaoke business, first of all, she looks like Dusty Rhodes. She looks exactly like Dusty Rhodes. I will find a photo at some point and send it to you guys, and you fucking tell me that she does not look like Dusty Rhodes. But she has this cookout every year, and my dad used to I remember when they first got together. Man, he talked about her like she was God's gift to everything, because that's how she talks about herself. And then he stayed at her house and was like, "Oh, you gotta see this house. It's got this. It's got a pool. It's got a jacuzzi. It's got a pool table. It's got all this stuff, right?" And technically, that's true. technically all those things exist, and they're all pieces of shit. And then they have this party every year, and they're like, oh my God, they boast about how much food they have. The amount of food, it's unbelievable, the amount of food they have. And it's all shit.
Poor planning.
No.
It's... I this was the last year we're going. I said it today. I said, we're not coming back here. This is it. We're not. My dad has dementia. He doesn't even live there anymore. We have no reason to come here. He doesn't know. We'll go visit him there, and he'll be just as happy. But so this fucking bothers the shit out of me because, as we know, I like to throw parties. We've had a whole discussion about it. I like having people at the house. I like entertaining. I like providing, good spots, good times. I made a plate of food. This is after I got my kids' food. Made a plate of food. Got myself a hot dog. First of all, the hot dogs look like, I don't know. Looks like someone took a hot dog and just like they were scanning an item at a grocery store over the grill, right? Just fucking, boop. I was like, are they cooked? Are they cooked at all? I saw you cut the lines in them. Nice touch. There's no grill marks on them. There's no color on them at all. They're like a little sweaty, and that's about it. Cool, great. Because she hires people from her karaoke business to like work this party, and they're fucking dredges. They're all fucking dredges. I think I've mentioned this guy before. He 1 year totally normal guy. Next year shows up as a full fucking cowboy, and he just dresses like a cowboy now. He's been doing it for like 7 years.
Wow.
I should have took a photo with him. It's unbelievable. He's so committed to being a cowboy, and not like a rugged cowboy. He's like a Vegas cowboy, and he's like her number one karaoke host, whatever. So I take the shit hot dog. I'm like, whatever, just gonna eat it. Hot dog. Grab the mustard. Fucking bloop, yellow mustard. Put some relish on there. Yellow mustard. That yellow mustard doesn't look so yellow. Looks brown. Looks brown enough for me to be like,
How old is this mustard?
exactly.
Oh,
How
no.
old is this mustard? Who would like to guess the expiration date on the mustard?
Oh no.
19.
No, not that bad.
16. Oh, not that bad? Okay.
Oh, wait. 19 as in like 1991 or something like that?
2019.
Oh, no, not that bad.
Okay.
But close.
Wow.
Was it 2020?
A little bit closer.
You see,
21.
I can deal with some expired stuff, spices, whatever. They just lose a little flavor. When you're talking about wets, you gotta
That
abide.
mustard
Yeah.
mustard was from 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
know
went-
mustard was capable of expiring.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, it doesn't expire because it's only eaten by trash people who don't care about expiration dates.
Mustard in general? Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
If you eat
No,
mustard,
hold
you're
on.
trash.
Hold
No,
on.
that is the appropriate way to eat that hot dog with the mustard and relish only.
100%.
Yeah.
And also, I will say, as someone who's like getting into smoking meats, what do you use as your binder? Not yellow mustard? What are you, a fucking
binder?
a little baby?
Are
Yeah.
you that much of a fucking rookie that you think a binder is necessary? It's a complete waste of substance and offers nothing to taste or applicability. So please stop with your binder bullshit.
Okay,
don't
all right.
know.
Oh,
Use the
pause
natural
my
moisture
story.
meat.
Pause my story. Pause my story. Okay, Will.
What?
Do you dry your meats before you smoke them?
Dry? Do I pat them down? Yeah, you pat them down
Yeah. Go
before
on.
you season them overnight.
Okay.
You brine them.
Brian Brown is here for this.
Okay. So you're brining your meats. the
Dry
time?
brine or season. You know, you call it all a brine. It's all salt based.
Okay. Cool. So when you dry your meats, how does your seasoning stick to them?
Through the natural moisture of the meat.
Then you're not drying your meat, you little bitch. All right. Anyway.
That makes
Anyway.
no sense. You're out of your mind.
You're out of your mind. Freaking people win barbecue competitions with using mustard binders. It's a staple.
Okay,
Mustard
yeah.
and
Go into
vinegars
your-
are
go
a
into your
staple in
competition.
barbecue.
Why don't you just fucking wrap up your lips
Why
in a
don't
nice
you-
little tight bow, and you come
Listen,
to my
me and
cookout
you-
later this year
me
and
and
bring
you-
something.
Charles'
You bring-
wedding-
Tell me your best dish, and I bring
Charles-
it to me, and I will beat you in my home turf.
Oh my god, you won't. You've been smoking for like a week, and you think you're like God's gift to fucking barbecue.
And
Oh my god!
The
All right,
challenge
fine.
is out there. Why?
Yeah. What do you think? I'm not taking you. I'll take you up on your challenge. You want to put $5,000 on it?
No, I want to put $5 billion on it.
No, I'll put up $5,000 of hard cash right now.
Of what? What are we cooking?
Whatever you want.
Whatever I
Whatever
want.
you want.
Ooh,
Yeah,
grilled
you
cheese.
can pick.
Okay.
Grilled
well,
cheese, smoked grilled cheese. Ooh. Go ahead.
Smoke cheese
$5,000
every day.
Anyway.
No
So-
need for a binder. Never.
Okay,
Doesn't hurt,
well-
but it doesn't add flavor. It doesn't help you do anything.
No, it's a binder. It's not meant to add flavor. It's to bind the seasoning to your meats. That's what the phrase is. Binding. Binder. It's a binder.
It binds it by being a moist substance. You fucking moron.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ugh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Learn the basics.
So anyway, the mustard's from 2021. Okay. There's like an array of condiments. I'm like, maybe it's an offshoot. Maybe it's just like snuck in there, stuck in the back of the fridge. No. They're all old. There's like 6 fucking things out there. There's like 2 mustards, 2 ketchups. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And so I go, now I'm immediately fucking furious. And there's a lot of people there. This is like one of the more popular times I've been to this thing. Probably because it's a nice day. Usually they've had like some bad luck with weather, but there's a fuck ton of people there. And they're all her like karaoke fucking sycophants. They're literally sycophants of this woman. Because she pays them $50 a night to run karaoke at some fucking bar. And it's like their families and these people, they're none of my family. It's like I walk in there and it drives me nuts because they're like, oh, how do you know so-and-so? I'm like, because I'm the fucking guy who lives here's son. That's how I know them. You should know me, is how it should be. Anyway. So this guy's like, I was like, I don't know if you want to use that. It's expired. He's like, oh, it's like, he picks up the other one from 2024. He goes, well, this one's, not too bad. I was like, all right. I was like, well, it's too bad for me. He's like, I've probably eaten worse. I'm like, good to know, guy. Like, I literally just took the fucking hot dog and I dropped it in the trash. And I took my plates like in front of this guy. I just took my plates of food, dumped them in the trash. Just the whole fucking thing. Go over to my kids. Fucking one of them has a burger.
Knock the hot dog.
Rip the burger out of her hand, right in the trash. I was like, you can go eat these, and you can go eat like these packaged. Like they ate chips that weren't expired because I had to check. I was like, eat this, and eat this. Don't fucking touch that. We'll get food when we leave. What kind of person fucking throws a party, thinks they're hot shit, literally walks around the party with like things they made and like whatever. Oh my god, during the pandemic, she like boasted about how she would deliver cakes to like the people she worked with, or not, the people that like worked for her. She would bring them cakes. They were fucking burnt cornered box cakes because she made them and she made them at a party. And she boasted about how like she would deliver cakes to all these people and blah blah blah. You know what happened in 2020? Wednesday was born. You know how many fucking cake deliveries we got? Fucking 0. It's just like we're just in simpatico, right? Just fucking whatever.
Yeah. Did you tell you about these cakes unprompted without ever asking you a question about yourself as well?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I know this
100%.
personality type.
Yeah, it's brutal. And like honestly, just being perfectly honest, I love my dad. He's the same way. He's the same exact way. That's why I have such a strange relationship with him, because after like I became an adult, you know what it was? This is what happened. Not to freaking make this the match show, but I'm just like on a fucking tear right now. I got him. He plays guitar. I got him a pedal board. I think I talked about this on the show. I got him a pedal board for like his 4 pedals that he used on his gigs, so he wouldn't have to send them up all the time. A pedal board, right? Nice gift. He got it. He looked at it. He goes, now I have to lift my foot up a little higher. I went, I will never. I told him, I go, I will never buy you another fucking gift for as long as I live. And I didn't. I was like, I fucking put some thought into this gift. I get him this nice pedal board so he can just fucking take it out and set it up and blah blah blah. He's like playing these gigs or whatever, and he's like, now I my foot has to come up a little bit more. Okay,
That's the
Never
detail
mind.
you wanna get
mind.
stuck on. Yep.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Your wife serves expired mustard. Just want to let you know that. Just want to let you know that that's what happened. Man, that fucking pissed me off to no end. Oh my God.
Somewhat weird personal question, if you don't mind
No, hit
answering.
me.
With your dad's condition, can he still play guitar?
So I don't know because I don't know if they let him. I don't know if they've ever let him try. I probably bet he could. But at the karaoke thing, he did sing 2 songs, and he sang them no problem.
This is such a weird, different part of the brain that stores all that stuff. It's very interesting.
Is it like Ozzy on his next show in London?
Yeah, my dad was running around just clapping.
They're just going to trot him out in a chair going...
Like, yeah, Ozzy. It sounds exactly the same. That's the thing. Ozzy was like, you know what? In order for this to last as long as I need it to, I'm going to start singing poorly. So when I get too old to sing, no one will know.
Exactly.
Cool.
It's the long con.
Genius.
But man, I was so. I'm even now. I'm like riled up. I want to because I just want to go up to her and be like, you fucking serve expired products at your fucking parties, and you're gonna like have the audacity to like. I don't know. She used to tell people when they went on vacation to not tell me because she was convinced I was going to rob their house. That's what that's like the type of relation. My dad would be like, "Listen, I got to tell you that we're going away because I want you to know where I am." He's like, "But don't let anyone know that you know that we're leaving because my wife thinks you're going to like rob the house." Fast forward a couple years, her actual daughter dating a guy who was living at the house. They went on vacation. He robbed them. He robbed them. Yep, took their TVs and everything. I was like, unbelievable.
I don't completely discredit her because you would have done something, but you wouldn't have stolen. You wouldn't have stole stuff.
No, I would have paid.
You would have gone through everything.
Well, I didn't have keys. I didn't have keys to their house. I couldn't have even gotten in if I wanted to. And also,
so why would they have a sitter anyway?
I don't know. Their stuff is garbage. Also, that's the other thing. I was like, I wouldn't take your shit. Your shit is garbage.
Charge all their dildos?
Maybe. I don't know.
Matt, I need to ask you, while we were gone, did you break into the house and pee in the top parts of the toilet so then when we flush the toilet, more pee comes out? Like, no.
You'll never prove it, is what I'd say.
I'm just saying, I don't completely disagree with them because I've seen you do things in other people's houses that I would not want you to do in mine.
Yeah, but that was funny. And also, I didn't know those people. I never. You know what? To my own credit, I've never done anything like that to anybody that I've personally known's house, except for Balky's when we were. But you were in on that. We only rearranged his whole house.
Yeah, but you didn't go through his underwear drawer.
No, we didn't have like a hot sibling to go through his underwear drawer. Why would I even care? What's the fucking? Why would he even bother? If he had a hot like girlfriend, I mean, come on, we're gonna wear those panties or not?
Unfortunately for him, no girlfriends.
No girlfriends. Okay. I did wear the mayor of Haverhill's wife's underwear.
Oh?
Mrs. Fiorentini?
Mrs. Fiorentini. Yeah, because his son had a party, and then me and Kevin Kaplan Ellis, during the party, went upstairs, found his parents' room, and then we both put on his mom's underwear and came back downstairs.
Why wouldn't you?
It was very funny. And we went, oh, we're the mayor's wife. And
well, we were.
Yeah. And he was like, please put those back. I was like, all right.
Fine.
The point's been made.
I like how that story isn't something that would make your list today.
No. That's why I said I don't even know what my list is going to be. I'm the mayor's wife. I should tell her. She's on social media. He was mayor for like fucking 20 years.
Damn. Well,
I'm friends with Mayor Fiorentini. I trolled the shit out of him.
I know. You had your thing.
That was great.
I wore his wife's underwear.
God.
Is that like a political, like,
Top5ofdeath.com is where you guys can come and also take part in the show.
Yeah. Well, listen, I've been going on long enough. I'm glad I got that. I was actually, when that happened today, I was like, thank God I'm podcasting tonight because I gotta fucking just let her rip on that fucking thing. Fucking expired mustard. Unbelievable.
You know, I do say we go next year as a group with a video crew and do a whole critique, produced critique.
I'm down, and I don't even care. We can walk in there with big ass cameras and be like, "What are you doing?" Like, shut up. Shut the
Can
fuck
we rent
up.
a classic car to drive up in?
Yeah.
Oh, good luck
Yes.
finding parking because you have to park at the school across the street, and you have to cross fucking 114 in Massachusetts, which is like it's not a street. Will's that's the
It's
right
like
reaction.
it's like going to your house back in Lynn, where it's like, oh, you could come over, just don't park in front of my neighbor's house because it's a problem. And it's like,
because he's
what?
Italian.
And now you have this house that has 30 parking
A
spots.
parking lot.
Yeah.
So, I know I really solved that problem with this purchase. But yeah. Anyway, someone else talk. I've got to the freaking cat litter dust is choking me over here.
Duh.
Light switch. Did someone win?
Do you have any deaths this week?
I hope not.
Me?
Yeah,
Yeah, you won.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
I straight up asked people not to vote for me, and I got what I wanted.
It's not
Thank
how
you.
it works. It's not how it
That
should
is
work.
how it works.
We're at the point where it's like that episode of South Park where the kids don't want to play baseball anymore, but the other team got good at losing. And they couldn't we couldn't
So
lose
just-
against them.
We're hitting into the other opponent's gloves.
Yeah. What a funny episode.
I don't know. I don't have anything, but I'll try. So
I can't wait for our you know what? We should tease our announcement in the next couple of weeks. I'll just put it this way. After this little transgression thing that happened just now, man, I can't wait for that announcement.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Will.
I might be getting kicked off the show, but that'll be talked about later on.
Later on.
And there's a reason there's less interest in providing these deaths, which is very cumbersome and annoying.
It's definitely not that we're four busy men in their 30s to 40s. So, definitely not that.
Yeah,
Wait, Sam,
you're the to 40s as of right now, Matt.
Yes, it's you, man.
And I'm the oldest. Sam, I thought you were older than me.
No, my birthday's in August. It's coming up though.
Ah, fuckers. What are you going to do for your 40th?
You know, my Nana's birthday is the day before mine, and she's turning 91. So we'll probably
gonna
do a
do
cool
her?
birthday. Yeah, we're gonna have.
Been waiting 40 years.
Hey, my birthday's September 1st, pretty close. You mind if we piggyback on that one?
Yeah,
Ooh,
we'll do
unbelievable.
a Will, Sam, and my grandmother triple birthday.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know,
Seems like fun.
all perversion aside, I guarantee your grandmother would love me.
Oh my god.
You seem like someone grandmothers would love.
Would you call it, Sam? Something confidence, unfounded confidence,
Misplaced.
misplaced. Man, Will, you are.
Misplaced my ass.
Oh my god, his grandmother's
It's all
gonna love
founded.
you.
Old people also love me. I understand.
You wouldn't get it, Matt. You're a piece of shit. So
No, I used to be a
people,
piece of shit.
good-natured people, like they get along, they see eye to
People,
eye. You're
no, I used to be a piece of shit. People can change.
Yep.
Although
they?
my babies don't think I'm a piece of shit. They know I've changed.
So funny.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess Matt went to look at the new boobs sculpture in Boston Common. It looked like a big black cock, but it was actually boobs. And when he went to see it, it fell over and killed him. And then
That does
Charles,
Was there too.
Was there too?
Charles got caught jerking off to celebrity porn leaked through LimeWire and was put into a prison next to
Jeez.
Jeffrey Epstein. And when the CIA came in to kill Epstein, they accidentally killed Charles instead first. And then Epstein killed himself on purpose. And it wasn't a conspiracy.
Nope,
He
not at
hung
all.
himself.
Nope, definitely not.
They're
According to
releasing
those.
the footage. They're releasing the footage of Epstein hanging himself. Now that we have great AI capabilities to make whatever we want to see.
Now that VO3 came out, they're like, "Wow, you know what's crazy? We had this footage the whole time." It's like, "Oh, okay."
I can't wait for Six Fingered Epstein to just like look at the
Yep.
camera and just
Exactly.
Why does his toe come off for a second?
That'd be so funny.
He hangs himself upside down.
yeah.
It's just hanging. So he's got a back problem, so he's trying to stretch out his spine, so his fucking ankles up.
So yes, he hung himself, but technically it's not what you think. He hung upside down, so all the blood went to his head, and he just kind of passed out and died that way. So that's what happened.
Man, I don't know if you and getting a little more serious. You guys if you read the documents, he hung himself by sitting down.
Yeah,
That's possible.
Yeah, no, it's
I
possible,
understand
but
it's
less
possible,
likely.
but it's
Yeah. Isn't that how Aaron Hernandez did it too?
oh that gaffer.
Hey, all days of today, really? First day of Pride.
Is gaffer a really bad term? I just
I
heard
don't
it
know.
from Florida people.
It's
I don't understand.
new to me.
Gaffer? It's also
Gaffer.
new to me.
Yeah.
It's just like calling someone gay.
I don't know.
But
Gaffer?
from Florida.
Okay. You know what? I'll add it to the list. I'll start using it. See how it goes.
Put in the rotation.
Yeah, put it in the cycle. Yeah. Well, you know, what are you gonna do? Everything's a
But yeah,
everything's a con.
so I apologize. I didn't have anything prepared. Times are tough as they are. You guys are all very busy, so I guess I'm a little bit embarrassed for not having anything ready.
Well, you can be
As
busy
you should
too.
be.
You're busy trying to fix that broken chair.
Man, I wish we had a perfectly queued up transition just now.
He's trying.
Will had it.
Damn it!
And Matthew just walked right past you. You're just like, oh.
What an embarrassing moment for you.
Yeah.
For me? Not me.
God
I'm
damn
not
it.
embarrassed at all.
My number 5 is when I quit the show.
Man, why would that be embarrassing?
Oh,
What are we talking
Aaron.
about this week?
I think. Who fucking cares whose pick it was? The pick is top 5 embarrassing moments.
It was
Yes.
Kaylee's.
Yes,
Kaylee's pick.
this is the subject that Kaylee's been pushing for like a solid year. Every time.
It's a great pick. It's a great topic, and I have to. I don't know. Are you guys sandbagging at all?
What? In what way?
Yeah.
Well, are you putting it all out there? Are you putting
Yes.
out your most embarrassing moment?
Oh, man, if I can think of them, 100%.
Yeah. I still have. I've either completely forgotten about them at this point, or I've just owned them to the point that I'm like, these are not embarrassing. So I'm stuck with my number 3 better be good, whatever I come up with, because I'm sitting with a blank in the middle.
Typically,
Yeah.
I can get a few decent ones.
I got a number 1 I just thought of easily.
There you go.
But that's I'll try.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard for me. I'm so unashamed of a lot of things that I've done. I can come up with something. Just let me. You know what? Let's pretend this is a restaurant. I'm not sure what I want, so just ask me last. Okay.
What else goes in? Oh, okay.
No.
I just
I
ordered
feel
the
like
whole menu.
I feel like I embarrass easily, but I tend to be pretty careful in my every move so that I don't wind up in those situations. But when it
that
does,
must be
it's just
hell.
It's fucking brutal.
That must be hell.
I just
To
move
just be
very
on these rails all the
purposefully.
time. Oh my god, you are gonna. Will's right. You're gonna just fucking lose it one day. We're gonna be out in public, and I'm gonna be like, "Hey, watch me jerk off," and you're gonna go, "Oh my god, I can't believe I'm with them."
I'll watch.
Thanks, Will.
Beautiful.
You know, I won't be using any mustard binder when that happens. Dry jerk.
Yeah.
It'd be pointless, just like Sam.
Love it.
Jesus.
Who wants to start?
Charles does.
I'll go.
Hey, Charles.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah. My number 5 is so like most of my
God.
stories, I was at a race. That's most of my life. So this was back in 2015. I had a group of friends from New York City that I would go meet up with. Went and did a race up there, New York City, and all of us finished the race. We were waiting on our friend. She didn't show up. And then eventually she did come across the finish line. The minute she hit the finish line, she just collapsed.
How embarrassing.
Everybody else proceeded to easily jump those metal railing barricades. Easily, just to go attempt them. I find out in this moment, I'm not very good at this or coordinated enough to jump a railing. I go to do it, my foot catches, and I immediately go face first right into the dirt. My friend who needed medical attention, I also now needed to go have medical attention. So that's one of the few embarrassing moments I've had that I can think of off the top of my head. But I'm glad I did it right in front of the live stream. So somewhere out there's a video of me doing it. But
Just
my
eating
moment.
some dirt.
Just eating shit right away.
Did you
Trying
need,
to be a hero.
Did you,
know?
Did you need stitches or anything? Or
No, they just needed to check me basically for like concussion protocol because I went face first into the fucking ground. So that was nice.
That's what you get for trying to help.
That's what I get for trying to help.
And
yeah.
you still look like that since then.
Yes, I still look like this.
It's a goddamn shame.
Yeah, I really pulled a Squidward and just fell face first into handsome mode.
Squidward.
Just flare flopped right on the
Yeah.
ground.
Just right in there. But there's nothing like watching a slightly in shape / out of shape person just go like, oh, I'm gonna hop this fence and just nope, right into the fucking ground. So it's a good look.
Very
Good
nice.
look.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Good. It's a good number 5.
Yeah.
It'd
Easy
be a
start.
shitty number 1, but it's a good number 5.
Yeah.
Be an embarrassing
Yeah.
number one.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go. My number 5. I'm starting easy as well.
Okay.
I'll call this one Timber.
Let's go down.
So I was this was in college. I was probably 20 or something like that, and Berkeley is like a really small school, so like all my classes are only like 10 kids, 12 kids, something like that. And this was for like one of the gen ed classes that I needed to take, so it was like English, whatever. I don't know why I had to take like English classes in music school, but I did. So early in the morning, it was probably like a 8 or 9 a.m. class. We had to take some sort of test, and it's fucking pin silent in this room. And we're in those desks that are one piece, so it's like the desk, and it's like welded to the little seat and everything. And so I'm in that, and I realize that I need a pen, and I lean over to grab said pen, and my entire desk violently flips over with me in it. It's so quiet, and I make such a fucking racket, and I go from completely vertical to almost upside down, like way too fast. Just way too fast. So of course everyone is like, shocked out of their test and looking at me, and I have to somehow get back up. I'm stuck in the desk, and I'm upside down. It takes kind of a while. I figure it out, and I get up, and I just look around and go, sorry, I've had a few drinks. Which, of course, I had not, but I had to say something.
You did not.
I did say that, but I don't know if it landed. It was just trying to save my ass, like, a little bit. But yeah, I was, of course, mortified to ever go back to that class.
You're okay.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said number 5. Just ease in and do it.
So, that's kind of my number 5 too.
Nice, nice.
My number
How
5.
embarrassing. You have the same one.
Happens to the best of us.
It's close. It's close. My number
So
5 is
embarrassing.
I titled this "Arrogant Little Boy."
Okay.
Matt, you may have had this teacher, Miss Pelletier, in
Yeah, I think we
Cogswell.
talked about her. She's
Yeah.
brutal.
She was of the era where you could hit kids,
100%.
and she enjoyed it.
Her teeth looked like they were made of wood.
Yes. She would come by and walk by my desk, and if the desk was out of order in between, it was a 2-piece desk. The chair was separate, unlike Sam's situation. And if your desk was a little messy, she would just tip it over onto your knees and go, "Pick it up," in that same wretched tone.
Yeah. It's not, he's
And I
not
was just
lying.
like, oh, god damn. Okay. And one day I was with a buddy of mine, and it was like around recess time, not even like in the middle of class, not being disruptive, but I was doing the little, popping noise.
As one does in 3rd grade.
Right. She called my mother into school after class. And Matt, you know my mom. She hit you with her car on purpose.
Yeah. I'm
doesn't
gonna
stand for
bring
this
that
bullshit.
to court.
She goes, she's like, and the teacher, Miss Pelletier, she goes, he's an arrogant little boy. And I was so embarrassed because I didn't even know what she was calling me.
I'm trying to lose
Arrogant
weight.
meant. It then, she brought my mom in, complained to her, and my mom was like, "Is that it? Is that all you brought me in here for this shit?"
And she went, "Wow, what an arrogant mother."
Well, she lived 2 houses down from us.
Oh shit.
Well,
So we threw eggs at her windows.
Good.
you
As
and your
kids.
mom.
Me and my mom.
Now, where's Miss Pelletier now?
Oh, she's 100% dead. She probably died 2 years after that happened. She was
Yeah.
old. She was old.
Oh, yeah. That was...
Jokes on her.
She'd have to be 110.
Maybe.
That was my best hiding place in the neighborhood. It was her backyard in the doghouse
coffin?
because she had
Oh.
a mean dog. Mm-hmm. So if you were brave enough to go hide in the doghouse, nobody's going to come find you.
Yeah, man.
Or the
Miss
dog will come
Pelletier.
rip you to shreds.
Man, I don't have any. Oh, you know what? I'm up, right?
Yeah.
I actually, yes, I have. I guess when I was in 3rd grade, I have a Miss. I'll piggyback. I have a Miss Pelletier embarrassing story as well. It'll be a great number 5. And the reason why this was embarrassing was because I was so oblivious as to what I was doing that when I finally was caught doing it and was reprimanded, I was like, "Oh yeah, what am I doing?" So this was at Cogswell School, which doesn't exist anymore.
Sir,
Old
get off that child. Officer Bistany.
I don't know what I don't understand because of the guy in Methuen.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, so the old school, it had like the radiators, right? The old radiator heat. And I was just sitting next to the radiator, melting crayons on it. And I was just like, balance a crayon. I take the paper off and just balance the crayon lengthwise on the pipe and watch it just melt down it. I did it to like 4 crayons. And I was so like enamored with it that I was just like completely zoned out. And to the point where like Miss Pelletier like finally caught me, and she must have said my name a few times, and I was so like in the zone of melting the crayons that when I finally did it, like at that point everyone was looking at me, and then she was like, "Are you melting crayons?" And then the whole class laughed, which I appreciated because in hindsight it was very funny. But I was like a little. I hadn't developed my thick narcissistic skin yet, and I was like, "Oh, shit!" And yeah, I do remember feeling like pretty embarrassed about it. I got sent to the principal's office.
It's tough. Some people just want to watch the world melt.
That's true. Man, that was cool. I want to melt a crayon right now. Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping you.
Yeah.
Except your, mother and father-in-law.
Right, but as we've already discussed, I don't care about other people's houses. So
That's right.
True.
The Airbnb we're renting with Charles for his bachelor party. Fucking melted
things gonna
crayons everywhere.
that thing's gonna get fucked. I hope you have a big limit on that credit card.
I'll talk to Alan about that. That's not mine.
I don't know.
There you
Alan. Well, again, I don't know these people.
You'll meet him.
I'm gonna put fucking slice of the cheese behind every picture. So you better when you're doing a walkthrough, you better check those paintings.
Oh my
Charles,
God.
do you want hookers there or no?
Oh my god.
It's an honest question. It's a bachelor party.
I almost want to spill the beans. Will texted me and he goes, "Should me and you order?"
Well, you didn't
cheap
respond, so I'm
strippers?"
putting it out there. I
know,
know. What
but
did I say?
Will-
It said filthy Maine.
Yeah, he said filthy Maine cheap strippers. And then he goes, "I don't know if they'd be into it, but I know me and you would think it's hilarious." And I was like, I didn't respond. I wanted to, but when I read that, I was like, man, that would be really fucking funny.
Just to have a stripper show up and nobody really wants them there.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be the best. Especially Sam's there. Oh my god, I would just be like, listen, I just sold a house. I have some cash on hand. Go harass that man.
What if we,
I will
if we
pay
dressed them up like dogs and then hired Sam to take their picture?
This is my new number one.
There you go. There you go. Anyway, so Charles, you fucked up. I'm definitely going to bring something that I'm not supposed to, but we'll see.
Where'd all those ferrets go?
Oh my god. That's my number 5 is melting crayons in 3rd grade. Charles, you're back up.
My number 5. So this is not embarrassment to me. This is secondhand embarrassment that you catch off just someone else doing something. This is when I was in the Scouts. We were doing a high adventure program where we were hiking for 7 days in a row, right? I'm one of the older Scouts, so I was actually in charge of the crew, and we split the group hiking. A bunch of us, 5 of us went off with one adult leader, and then the other 5 was the other adult leader. And we just fucking dusted them, mainly because while I was a husky kid, I could at least hike, but so we basically left all the husky slower kids behind. Left them behind, and then eventually that Scout, we stopped to wait for him, waited this guy come up, and at this point I'm 16, 17 years old. I'm high angsty teenager, still have some, trying to get some independence bullshit. And I'm constantly getting pissed off at everything because I'm also the leader and I'm being undermined by the Scoutmasters. And so this Scoutmaster finally just had it with me at this point. Comes up and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're real pissed off? You're real pissed off, man. You're real pissed off." He's doing the thing where he's trying to talk like a teenager to me.
Oh no.
And it's like he's trying to embarrass me, and it's like watching Ned. It's like watching Ned Flanders break.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly what I thought of.
And this whole time I'm just watching him yell at me, and I'm just like, oh, this is embarrassing to watch an adult break down in front of you. He had I'd have to ask my dad. I should have asked my dad about that at dinner tonight. I don't know if there's repercussions about that, because in the Scouts, you're not supposed, as a leader, you're not supposed to just fucking go off on a kid in front of everybody else.
Yeah, you still go on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. But yeah, that it was just, it's embarrassing to watch an adult just lose it and then try to act like a teenager to them. I'll just never forget that. Oh yeah, you're pissed off? You're pissed off? Just ugh.
Like he's gonna do some hip hop breakdancing
Yes.
to scare you straight in a minute.
Oh my god, I just realized I could have done my whole 5 would have just been any time my friends in high school tried freestyling.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Boy. I still get it today.
I think I get more secondhand embarrassment than I do firsthand embarrassment.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, this was my secondhand embarrassment, just watching us. Yeah. If I ever have a kid and I'm a Scout leader, I'm going to use this as an example. Hey, you want to know what to not do? Try to act like the kid to them. You're going to get laughed at, which I think is what happened.
What's the thing that the kids say today? Something toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
Skibbity toilet.
Toilet.
Yeah, you just feel like you're casually throwing that in.
Yeah.
You're like, you think you're all skibbity toilet, and I'm trying to show you how to build a fire over here.
Yeah.
No cap.
So
That's
basically,
straight
this,
Bussin'.
this Scoutmaster just, what is it, crash out? Is that the word we're using now?
What? Why do you have 2 things of baby oil, Will?
What?
That's a lot of baby oil.
In a pile of cash?
Oh, it's for the
Is that what
strippers.
That's $100. It's nothing. You know what I did get today? Crybaby.
Crybaby sour chews, are they good?
Oh.
They're fucking amazing.
Shit.
And it's not gum, so you have one and it's gone.
I know, that sounds awesome, because oh man. Fuck.
Do you see how he just deflected the baby oil question?
That's true. I didn't even think about it anymore. I was all fucking
what are you
100%
doing
sour
over there,
shoes.
Will?
He just flashed some primary colors in front of you guys. You're like,
Yeah.
ooh, candy.
Ooh, candy. I will have some candy, thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see, sour shoes.
You readjusted your camera to show us that. What are you doing?
Let it be known.
Hold on. Whoa. What do you need that baby oil for?
I'm gonna have some fun with the wife.
Oh, are you going to use it as some sort of binding lubricant?
No, because we're not putting extra seasoning.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, it was pointless. No purpose.
What do you guys got a slip and slide coming up? What are you doing? Maybe.
Well, I do have the protective sheets too. Yeah.
Okay.
Man,
All
I'm
right.
convinced Will has like a sex swing in his house.
I wish. I mean, I could. I think I just the reason I
need
don't
a
have one of
video
those
capture.
is it'd be like, oh, you want to do the sex swing? I'm like, I don't know.
I need
Too lazy. I would love to
Charles.
set it up. I would go through the whole steps of setting it up
pull
and then
that,
use it
Yep.
once.
because I need to see Will's eyebrows go up again when he said, "I wish." That's so funny.
Wouldn't you? Don't you want the most
Sex
fun
swing?
and kinky relationship you can have with your significant other?
Yes.
It's getting there. I'll tell you that.
Hey.
Old 40-year-old me is getting a little. You know what? I think it's time to live a little.
You'll be able to use all that extra space.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so much space.
Let
That's
the
what
wife
that
use their pussy as one of them bowling ball polishers. Get you all shined up.
My head, like
Yeah.
something from Aliens,
Not quite
like a
face
plunger on my head.
not quite face sitting, but head sitting.
It's a pretty good plunger on the head sound.
Yeah.
It's getting a pretty good sound out of that guy.
Way to play the boss's head like a conga. My number 4.
Oh yeah, that's right. Keep going.
My number 4 is called "What Are We Listening To?" I used to work in at a guitar store. I used to work at a guitar store.
On the beach?
Dad, you fucking idiot,
It was on the beach. Oh, this is my number 4 is when I said shore instead of the store. I used to work at a guitar store called South Shore Music and Descenzo's Drum Shop in Weymouth, Massachusetts. Great store, family run. I would work there to this day if I could make more than $12 an hour doing it. But we would always like have a great time, great people working there. We'd listen to all sorts of great music throughout the day, putting on, at the time it was whatever iPod or CD, we had. And so we're always listening to something different, a lot of like prog rock and, fucking
stuff you would hear in a guitar store.
yeah, that shit. And so one day I'm coming out of the back room and I hear something and I'm just like, it's fucking terrible. Whatever it is, it's terrible. And it's like embarrassingly terrible music. And so like I come in the other room and I see the owner. I was like, Pete, what are we listening to? And he goes,
Oh no.
And he goes, oh, it's a CD from this guy right here who came in to show it to me. And I go, oh, it's cool. Just like keep walking. And I was hoping that I could match the tone of my voice just perfectly to make it sound like I was genuinely curious what we were listening to, as opposed to like just about to shit all over it.
Brutal. I don't get how people can make bad stuff. I got to be perfectly honest here.
Yeah. It's a taste thing, I think. When you don't know if something's good or not. It's the same thing with photography. When people are like, I love this photo, and like, do you have any critiques? I'm like, yeah, I have a lot. Why don't you see these things?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't you see it? So I think it's a taste thing, and it's with any art really. But yeah, this guy's music was fucking brutal, and I almost shat all over it directly in front of him. And we had a good laugh about it later. But in the moment, I was like, ooh, pulling on my collar. That's it. That's my number 4.
See, I thought, Sam, your list would start something like this. I was in a bathroom, and somebody came and started taking a poop in the stall next to me, and I farted.
I'm not that much of a prude.
Every time I go.
Well, that's
into
my
the
number 4. No.
Every time I go into the bathroom at work, there's someone in the stall, and I know
Leave.
I know they can't see me, and I know they don't know that I'm in there. Well, no, they know I'm in there because they hear me come in. But if it's just us, I also want to be like, and like, leave in the workplace. What a fucking introduction of chaos. But the thing is I'm such like a, I don't know, not a character, but like I have a big outgoing personality. They would know it. They would be like, if you had to pick one person who works here who would do something like that, who would you pick? They'd all point their finger at me, and they'd be correct. They'd be correct. But man, I wish I was a little more like low key on my hilarity, so I could do stuff like that. Well, no, we have one. We have like one real door bathroom in the bathroom. So it's like if someone's in there. It's like they got to it first. They got to wait. At least 2 hours for that thing to
I'd
clear.
go down the street to Dunkin' Donuts.
Such a pain.
Oh my god!
If it was cleaner.
I worked so many jobs where we had like a single bathroom thing, and then my last 2 positions were in like office building bathrooms. Man, I hated that. I hated the fact of just looking over and just hear someone just ripping farts, and you realize, nope, that's my boss. Never mind.
I get legitimately pissed off if I'm in a fucking bathroom and it's a 2-stall bathroom and somebody goes and poops next to me.
Yes.
Like, what are they supposed to do?
You leave. You wait, or you find another one.
Yeah. You take those farts elsewhere.
I'm putting my farts.
Or I'll wait
directly...
you out. I'll fucking wait you out.
My farts are going directly in the toilet. That's where they belong. That's their home.
I don't want to make eye contact with anybody.
And then they replaced your real toilet with a.
And if I do, it's going to be
farts.
both of us tucking under the stall to see for legs. Huh?
When I'm at the gym, which is where I do a good majority of my pooping, I'm always, if something goes terribly wrong in there, I'm always concerned that someone's gonna look at my shoes and be like, I'm gonna look for that kid with the shoes out there, and I'm gonna know who was pooping.
I absolutely look at every shoe and try to identify.
Yes.
Very nice, very nice. All right, Will.
That probably should be my number 4, but moving on. My number 4 is going to be getting called her or ma'am. Especially when I worked at the animal hospital, it happened so often. Because I was in scrubs, I was a bit portly, you might say, and I was really good with the dogs, and they would be like, "Oh, thank you so much," and I would pass the dog off, and they would, "Thank you, ma'am."
Jesus.
Fuck. There goes my tip. Because of course I flip him off.
Yeah, the question is: do you go with it, let it rub off, or do you go, "I'm a man"?
No, you can't. You can't, Sam. If you push back, it's just going to make it worse. It's only going to make you feel worse.
Yep.
So you deal with it. You get called a lesbian, as I have been.
That's so funny.
I do have, very, proportional,
baby face.
beautiful features. I'm a sexy human. Not necessarily man or woman.
It's so androgynous.
Yes. And the customers, that's what they saw.
Yep, they just saw your humanity. It transcended gender and...
Transcended gender.
Yeah, they saw your kindness shining
well
through.
Tiptoed around. No, but it is when you're a soft-skinned, young-looking person, especially at the time. And I loved and cared for the animals. That alone is just kind of gay. But
There are
no offense.
There are a lot of women in rescue and the vet world. That's for sure. It tends to be something that is I don't know.
It's not a lot of what like how Matt refers to them, drywall kind of guys in the animal industry.
Actually, you know what? You know what's really funny?
I bridge that gap.
Yeah, the guy. This is the first male that we've had come along with us on like a greatest adventure. This guy Andrew, and he's from Boston. He was in the army, like all that stuff. Big burly dude. Total squish when it comes to like anything with dogs. It was so funny to watch him go from like big burly guy to like rolling around on the ground and like with a high pitched voice with the dogs. He was
handles
awesome.
All the mean ones. He's like, he's fucking biting me. Look at him, huh?
Yeah.
It's fucking, he's got a fucking lock on that arm. Look at this guy.
Yeah, I know. It's great. Once he gets in there, this really doesn't hurt that bad.
Yeah, it's just a dog biting me, dude. It's a dog biting me.
It's like almost no exaggeration. I watched him unload a plane full of dogs that came in, and
Wait, what?
And one of they took dogs from Louisiana. They came in on a plane, and we got to be there and video and photograph it or whatever as they unloaded the plane. But yeah, one of them bit him, and he was like, "Oh, that one bit me. All right, next dog."
This fucking dog bit me, dog. It's fucking got Creole juice in its mouth.
Yep.
No, but
awesome.
to my own defense, I loved working at the animal hospital. I eventually became a vet tech for a while and did that. And it was just such an amazing thing. The thing that killed me with being called a woman while I was working this job was I would fly down the stairs. I don't know if you guys have ever seen how to glide downstairs with your feet. And when a dog's pulling you, like, you have to just fucking go, otherwise you're gonna die. And I learned how to like glide down the stairs, and it would be like brrr, boom, and the customers or the owners in the front hall would be like, "Oh my god, what was that?" And then I'd come around the corner with their dog. Yeah, that was me. It's good. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, that was your dog trying to kill me.
Exactly. It wasn't me trying to be cool. It was like trying to catch up and not die. But I got good at, like, there's a way to glide your feet down a set of stairs. The owner hated me for it.
Wonder why.
Because it was noisy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
She loved everything
sounds
else
smart.
about me until she banned me from the place. We talked about that a long time ago, I think.
Yeah, that's old lore now.
Old
wild.
lore. I got banned from that place on my day off after I stopped working there. But yeah, getting called ma'am sucks. So, good for you, Charles, with your beard. You and Matt.
Yeah.
All your fucking facial hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't do it.
Only
Nope.
two types of people don't have beards. It's
My,
women and children.
my twink ass looking self with my man tits.
Oh, that was my man tits. Who's up? Sam?
You.
You are.
Oh God. This really didn't embarrass me, but I can recognize why it would be embarrassing. I'm just basically piggybacking off of all the Wills. Was that time that someone thought I was retarded? And I think I told the story when I was delivering oxygen. And I called the company to commend them on hiring a retard.
Motherfucker.
A normal person would be very embarrassed, but I was more angry because I was like, they thought a mentally handicapped person was driving a hazard truck by themselves and was handling their like loved one's sensitive medical devices. I was like, okay, those people exist, I guess, but you know what? I guess it begs the question of how many people thought I was retarded throughout my life. Probably more than just them, right? I've had many people say, again, I don't agree with this. It has just happened more than a handful of times of people being like, oh, you look like John Travolta. I'd be like, okay, sure, I've heard that a couple times. Yeah, believe me, I know. I'm not trying to claim it, okay?
More
but
like
it has
John
happened.
Revolted.
It's pretty good.
Oh, man, I got to cosplay that character. John
pretty good.
Travolta. That's very funny. But no, I guess, you know what? I don't know. Now I have to think about my entire life and other times when I just had like a weird experience with someone and they were like, "Are you retarded? Like really? Not like a pejorative, but like actually mentally handicapped?" I don't know. Maybe I don't know. You know what? Melting crayons. That's something like that might do. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I am.
Do you think there was like a certain thing that you were doing that was maybe
No.
making people think that?
No, I think it was just my goddamn ugly teeth.
I forgot about the teeth.
I know, right? It's like a distant memory, but I did look a different way. Yeah, some
That
might
would
say I
do
looked retarded. Like, no way, someone with a mouth like that has all their faculties.
I gotta be honest. Pat, you're an older guy than me. And I'm like, oh, I can be friends with this fucking mortad.
So, yeah.
And here we are.
Man, actually, no, I was actually in much better shape when I worked there. That was like when I was at like hitting the gym.
Well, no, I don't mean physically. I just mean facially.
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, no.
I got these freaking... I haven't slept in 5 years. Look at these bags. Look at these bags, everybody.
Yeah.
Looks like my eyes are going on vacation.
Nice.
But yeah, I guess that would be embarrassing. I wasn't like embarrassed about it, but in the right circumstance, I probably might have been. But it's just old CJ Doubleday calling me up, being like, "Hey, here's a funny story." I was like, "Okay, go on." I'm still working. I'm in my truck, and him choking through laughter, trying to tell me that.
It's very funny.
It's fucking really funny. It's very funny.
Well, congratulations for not being mentally handicapped.
I was this close. I was that close. The Lord was like, make him look that way. And then right before he put the brain in, he was like, you know what? I'm going to try something different. I'm going to take a normal brain and put it in this retard head. And you know what? I made it work. Now I'm the successful man you see before your eyes.
Incredible,
yeah. Charles, number 3?
Yeah, my number 3. Sam, your number 5 reminded me of this. One of the few memories I have in college, because I didn't go to traditional college. But I looked the way I did. I don't know. Sam, you looked up long goateed Charles.
Yeah.
Husky Charles? Yeah, dude.
Long goatee?
Yo.
This
Bad
was
idea.
On an
No
episode
depth
there
to it.
where you weren't there, Matt. I on air for whatever reason scrolled back 100,000 photos through Charles's Facebook and to find old fat Charles. And
Did you save it?
no, I mean they're all on Facebook, but he looks like a different human. It's crazy.
All right, I'll take a look.
But
I landed on Old Goatsy.
Yes. So yeah, imagine that now in college, and imagine you're in a relatively like once every like quarter or whatever semester they have to do like the obligatory like we're going to go over like safety procedures, stuff like that on campus. I'm sitting in class, just minding my own bullshit, and the teacher's like, so let's like do this scenario. Let's say, such and such she's walking home from class, and I don't know, Charles decides to follow her. And like,
what?
Yeah,
That's so funny.
she like didn't even look around class. She just like stayed on me. It was like, and Charles is, like just picks me right out of the people, and I have this look on my face, and I'm like, why me? Because I know what I look like. I know what scenario I'm in. But I'm like, thank you, adult, for putting me in a situation where I'm somehow now a stalker and I guess a possible rapist, because that's the path she was going down. And then to also look at the girl she's also mentioning and go, whoops. like now they're looking at me. I'm like, so yes, for a couple of weeks, that's what I was referred to in college.
No.
It's why I did not stay at Frostburg University very long. Not because of things that happened that I was a part, but because, people
What
there
was it called?
fucking
Prosper?
Frostburg State University.
Frostburg.
Do you know the very top corner of Maryland, all the way to the west? That's Frostburg State. That's the college for all the people who couldn't get into West Virginia University. They all got sent to Frostburg State University.
And Maryland is for all the people who can't afford to live in New England.
It's very expensive.
It's also like the only claim
boring.
to fame it has is like what was that like? What was that show on NBC like where that
Fear Factor?
Yes, that's show. The one where the guy won the lottery and went around like paying back
Joe Millionaire?
No, paying back all like the people he did wrong in his life or something like that.
Oh,
Alcoholics Anonymous? The show?
no, I remember what you're talking about.
Lottery
I mean,
Man.
that is one of the steps.
Yeah, I don't know, he's one of the actors. He's also in a bunch of like Wes Anderson films. But yeah, he graduated from that school and also like filmed a couple episodes there. Apparently, a lot of good that did for my film degree when I was trying to take film classes there. But
So how many people would you say were in your class?
This particular class.
This
at the
particular
time?
class, yeah.
Probably like 10. I think.
Okay, so they looked around at the 10 people and said,
Oh, she didn't look around. Those like picked
she
me.
had you in mind for potential
Yes.
rapists.
She probably walked in and went, that one. The one who clearly is already struggling to fit in.
Yeah.
I, for one, think she has a good taste.
Fuck you.
Nailed it. That is embarrassing. That's a
Honestly, if we had to pick out of the four of us, who do you guys think would be the most likely to rape?
Let the fans decide.
yeah. Let's put up a poll.
Go to the Discord and
Put the poll up.
put the poll.
I'd like to
up.
know. I'd like to know.
Oh boy,
Genuinely curious.
I am going to be genuinely curious.
I'm genuinely curious. It's going to be between probably me, and I'm just curious who the other one will be. I just want to know what it is.
I gotta be last. If I'm not third or fourth,
Sam's
I'm
last. Sam's last.
No,
Is he though?
He's
Sam
too.
looks,
He's
Sam
too
looks
neat.
clean cut. He
He's
could
too
fit in,
neat.
and that's why he'd be suspicious.
No. It's honestly between you two,
Ted
Charles
Bundy.
and Will.
Ted Bundy got
Charles
around
and
being-
Will.
Yeah, I mean for like against me. It's like obviously the thing is like, oh Matt, blah, blah, blah. It's like but
Just saying.
I'd pick Matt and Sam.
no way. Listen. Takes one to know one. It ain't Sam. I'll tell you that.
What does that mean?
All right, Charles. Charles, who are your picks? Did
Keep
you
on
say
going.
My pick was Matt and Will, and that was my pick.
See, everyone's pick is Matt and someone else. And listen, you know what? Normally,
your
someone should be
current
embarrassed
look
by
is-
that, but I'm not.
Your current
Yeah, I
look
don't give
at
a
where
fuck.
you
You're
are
wrong.
right now is not helping.
I'm in a basement. I'm next to a cat box.
Look, ask every kid I've ever known. No sex. Trust me.
Yeah, I know. That's right. I'm surprised. That's why I don't know why you have baby oil or a wife. So,
And I
don't
have
know.
a survey of it. So
What?
I make them every time I meet a child.
child.
I have them sign off and say, and say that my number 3 is
Did we skip,
Sam's
did we
number
skip me? He's just really trying to get off this topic, and I appreciate that. My number 3 is called the Descenzo's debacle.
The what?
Oh,
The
Descenzo.
Descenzo?
Yeah, so
cheeky
Descenzo's
bastards.
drum shop was acquired by South Shore Music. Descenzo's DICENSO, and they became one company while I was working there.
sorry. I just saw Matt's picture.
Oh no. Is this time sensitive? Should I be stopping to look
No,
at this?
I forgot that he was going to send that.
Oh yeah! All right, so we've got a photo of Dusty Rhodes, and then a second
Dusty
photo of
Rhodes.
Dusty Rhodes.
I'll put it up in the Discord.
That's pretty good.
Told you she looks like Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah.
All right, you're not
It's a
wrong.
beautiful jacket. I'm sorry, sir.
You're not
Sam,
wrong. Okay,
continue
no,
on.
that's good. That's good. So, anyways, that's why it's called this. So we hosted a lot of clinics as well, guitar clinics, drum clinics, like that sort of thing. And we were at a pretty good sized drum clinic. This was probably one of the bigger ones we did. I'd say there's probably like 100 people in the audience, something like that.
Really?
We had rented like a venue for it and everything.
Who was like the keynote?
So I don't know if I should call him out or not because he's the person that embarrassed me.
Doug?
Oh, I mean, is it someone that like of like fame?
Only if you're like a drummer nerd. Like it's not like the drummer from Tool
Max
or something.
Weinberg? Oh.
Max Weinberg.
Wow. Nice
Yeah.
pull.
Anyways, he's I think he's currently a teacher at Berklee College of Music. Anyways, he's giving the clinic, and I am, I had been working at the shop for a long time, and I was photographing the event, and I'm in the back, and I have my camera, and he stops what he's doing in the middle of whatever fucking
During the clinic?
yeah, in the middle of whatever fucking drum thing he's doing. He just stops, and he fucking
Yeah.
points to me at the back of the room, And he says, "Who are you? Do we know you?" And I'm like,
oh my God.
And I'm like, I have to shout because I'm not mic'd. I'm
Right.
at the back of a very large room with hundreds of people have just turned around in their chairs to look at me.
Oh, God.
And I'm like, "Hi, my name's Sam. I work at the shop. I'm doing photos for the people that are putting this event on." And I'm screaming
Right.
this across the whole fucking thing. And he's like, "All right, yeah, come see me after the clinic. You know, we're not supposed to have any recordings." And I'm just like, "Okay." And I'm simultaneously so embarrassed and so ripshit that he chose to do that. And balancing those two emotions and trying to figure out, because that's, I mean, anyone that knows me knows that, like, that is so embarrassing for me and will...
Also, what is so secret here? Is he showing you how to fucking fake how to play the drums? It's like, hey, listen, everyone thinks everyone plays the drums. Here's the real thing. We hire these little gnomes. We hire these gnomes, right? There's these fucking gnomes that come in. They live in the drums. Okay, They make the sound. You need to negotiate the songs with the gnomes.
Yep. I don't know. I did talk to him briefly afterwards or whatever, and he's like, yeah, some people have been like recording the clinics and like putting them out online and that sort of thing. I was like, no, I'm just doing some photos for the shop that is literally paying you to be here.
Right.
So yeah, but I was like horrifically embarrassed because so many people had to stop and stare at me while I screamed across them.
Classic Max Weinberg behavior right
Fucking
there.
Weinberg, you bitch.
Mortified.
Yeah. It's funny because everyone that I know that knows this person, and like I know a number of musicians who are like really good friends with this person, like, oh, he's like a great guy. I'm like, yeah, but I hate him specifically because of this moment.
Yeah, he's great for you. He's
great
to
for
me,
you.
He's enemy number one.
Yeah.
Wait, can we guess who it was?
Yeah,
Did
but
we already do this? Is
you
it
can,
Brian
but-
Setzer?
Brian Setzer, famous drummer.
Guitar player or his orchestra.
Yeah. He can't play guitar anymore,
Is it
unfortunately.
Chris Penny?
No.
Well, that's
Jesse
too bad.
Katsopoulos.
Yes, that's the one. Uncle Jesse.
Hey, I need a... Oh, never mind. He's back. Never mind. Charles is back.
Yep, I'm back.
That's fine.
All right.
No, just a quick bathroom break. It's no
We'll
problem.
do it
that
anyway.
All right, well, just real quick question. Trying to decide. Pergola or gazebo?
Pergola's stupid.
Gazebo.
No, you want a place to go have a little respite, and it needs to be bug protected. You're not getting that.
I do not want like an enclosed one.
You don't want a screen?
Well, I can get pull down screens with the pergola too. The screens will be of equal use. Is this important for the show? That is brings everything to a screeching halt.
No,
I was hoping for
that's
just like
not
a thumbs
what a
up, thumbs
pergola
down.
is. So you're doing it wrong. So
Yeah, you're right. Well, I haven't been looking online. I don't have no idea what I'm fucking talking about. You're right. I'm wrong. All the
Thank
things I've
you.
been looking at are
I
incorrect.
appreciate that.
Just like everything that I've ever
Finally,
known or
you
done.
admit it.
I do. You're right. You're right. All the
Appreciate
pergolettes and
you.
the purple leaves, those successful pergola companies are incorrect.
I say you go with the fucking lanai.
A pergola is like half shade, no other protection. Who cares?
Okay. You know what? I'm embarrassed that I just even asked that question. That's the first time I've ever been embarrassed. That was
should
it,
be.
right there.
It's a good number 3.
Is it?
Well,
Is
it's
it?
Yeah,
your-
you know
It's
what?
my number 3, actually. If my number 3, which is probably going to match, is going to copy whatever I say again,
Sorry, we grew up in the same town.
is I was passed off as a retarded person in a Detroit casino.
Now you're copying me.
That's why it was so funny to me, your last one, because
Oh,
this
I
was
see, I
my...
see.
I didn't change it.
All right.
I was in Chicago, the area of Chicago, working in a nuclear power plant. We work 6 12-hour shifts with 1 day off. And the 1 day off that I had was during the Red Sox World Series run of, I think, 2007.
Well, that's a good one, kid.
Yeah. And I was out watching the game. Well, we normally work the opposite shift. So I was up and I was drinking. I was watching the game. My brother-in-law, Justin, who we talk about a lot on the show, ended up picking me up and brought me to a casino. And on the way into it, I did a little pirouette around a stanchion at the ID check-in place. I just grabbed it and did the whole 360, and they're like, nah, he's no good. And I'm like, nah, I'm fine. And they were like, no, he's fucked up. And Justin said, no, he's handicapped. He's special needs. Like, he's not drunk. He's special needs. And they let me by.
Like, right this way, sir.
Unbelievable.
About 30 feet further, I got checked again, and they kicked me out. So I passed for somebody who was mentally handicapped, at least for a period of time. It was pretty embarrassing.
They wanted to check to see if you had your credentials, your handicap credentials with you.
I mean, I groaned like a motherfucker. Honestly, if I knew that that's what was going on, I would have played into it and probably succeeded. But nope. Drunken, stupid me. Watched the Red Sox win, World Series game, and then got kicked out of a casino in Detroit, and then gained permission to a casino in Canada just a short 45 minutes later, where I ended up winning about $1,500 playing roulette.
1,500 Canadian?
Something or other.
Wow.
I remember sitting at I played roulette and I won a bunch of money, and I remember sitting at the poker table, because poker's my game. I'm a very good poker player. And this one guy next to me was so mad. He said that I stunk. He kept saying I smelled bad. And I'm like, I never stink.
What are you talking about?
I smelled like I was drunk, and I was. So he was right about that. But I'm not a body odor person, so I was like very upset about that. So I made a point to try to go after this guy every hand, and I got the better of him. I didn't make a bunch of money off him, but he didn't beat me. So I was just so happy about that. But yeah, it was funny to be designated as somebody who's handicapped just to get in.
So you were
past
called
the drunk filter.
You were called handicapped, and then in a different country called stinky in the same evening.
Yes.
Okay.
But when I was stinky, I was winning.
It's good. That's an eventful evening.
Yeah.
It was. It was great. It was one of the best steaks I ever had, too, that night. We had a steak at the Detroit casino, wherever that was. They had these big potatoes that were like the size of a football.
Dude, let's all go right now. Steaks on Will.
I'll buy.
Oh. All right.
Yep. Very nice, very nice.
Sam, don't do that shit. Because I am that dude.
There's no fucking way I'm going to Detroit ever.
What? Oh, my God.
Sorry.
So the quick side story there. We were there with some very white guys, like yourself, Sam.
Go on.
We decided, we're like, yeah, just follow us. We're going to this special spot we know. And we drove to Martin Luther King Boulevard in Detroit, Michigan, and just pulled into this side street of like 3 garages. And we're like, yeah, this is it. We got out of the car, and the guys that we were like leading there wouldn't get out of the car. No, you're fucking with us. And we're like, yeah, we are. We probably shouldn't be here.
Okay. No, we definitely shouldn't be here. Let's go.
Bad idea.
We
Playing
survived.
with fire.
I'm glad you're here.
Okay.
Matthew.
All right, number 3. Oh, God. Let's see here. Let's go with, let me see, time that I was embarrassed. You know, I can't pinpoint a single time, like for like an example, but moments of embarrassment for me were Oh, you know what? Here's a good one. Here's a little sad sack story for myself, or just like a thing about me. So back in the day, I was fat, but that wasn't like the problem. I got less fat. That was fine. But man, you know what sucked for me personally was like whenever I had a girlfriend, I would always get super self-conscious and like embarrassed to meet anyone they knew because of my teeth, because they were so brutal. I'd be like, man, this sucks. I hate this because they're going to be like, I'll put it this way. I meet other people's like girlfriends and boyfriends and like, yeah, I judge the fuck out of them. And there is zero chance that people that met me were like, oh, he seems fine. Good for that person. He's a really swell guy.
No, that's a good point because, you've come a long way, Matt. You used to be this ugly ogre. And I like to make sure that when I bring people like Rosa who didn't know you at that point, I'm like, no, he used to be very ugly. You need to understand. He was a hideous ogre.
Yeah, it was like a little meatball with like monster teeth. But yeah, that sucked. They were like short. Like I went and I met. I wasn't like, oh, I'm not meeting anyone. I didn't like curl up in a ball. Like I knew that's what my life was like. I knew I had no way around it, and I just had to just go. That's it. My only option was to just go, and then just whatever. I was like, you know what? I was able to win the person I was dating with over with my charming personality. So I was like, you know what? I'll have to just do the same with these people. And no one ever like was mean to me. Or anything like that. And I got along with everyone. Everyone was fine. But again, I know because I'm not like, I don't know, ignorant to the fact that I was like, man, Matt's really nice, but God, those fucking teeth, like, yeah, I get it. And like, I'm aware enough to know that like, there's that conversation definitely happened. It happens with everyone. Why wouldn't you? If someone came and introduced me to their boyfriend, girlfriend, and they had like a fucking mole the size of Gibraltar, like off the tip of their nose, I'd be like, well, there's got to be something about them. And then you meet them like, oh, they're actually really funny or something. Like, man, and then they leave, and you look at your friends and you go, fucking nose, right? And like, it's fucking crazy. Like, he's cool, they're cool, but man, I can't believe that. That's crazy. And then you just get used to it, and you go, oh, that's so and so, and that's whatever.
Mm-hmm. That's how you find out who's real.
That's true. That's why. I don't know. You know what was like a little like heartwarming for me a little bit was like all my friends when I was getting my teeth fixed, like some people were like bummed. They were like genuinely bummed. They were like, I don't know, man, that's just you. That's you. Like it's weird because that's a part of you. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like it. It's like I'm whatever. But it was like, you know what? I understand that. If someone was just like, oh, there's something weird about them. I was like, yeah, but after knowing them for so long, it's part of who they are. And then they change that and you're like, you know what? I'm happy that they're happy, but I kind of miss the old things. So I get that. But man, like late teens, early 20s, dating people and meeting their fucking parents. Jesus Christ. That was fucking, I was like, oh man, I bet they're like, hope she doesn't end up with this retard. I'm like, oh, cool.
You gotta make yourself unappealing again, like around your kids' soccer team dads. Be a piece of shit over there.
I don't track. I already don't like most of. I'm not the problem. There's some fucking problems, and ain't me.
Yeah, you've always been right 100% of the time.
Yeah, usually I am. But yeah, I guess that's my number 3. Teeth, self-conscious, teeth stigma.
I get it.
Yeah. No, yeah.
So that sucks. I'm sure and that's the thing too. I'm not like unique. I'm not like a unicorn. I'm sure everyone has that about themselves, about something in the same exact capacity. But for me, I was like, this one I can't hide it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, I've said it before, but like, I knew you briefly before with the before teeth, and
Original
then,
teeth.
the original teeth, the stock teeth, and then afterwards, and I'm happy that you are happy because self confidence is a huge thing, and I've dealt with teeth stuff myself, not like quite to that level, but like it's enough to like make you very conscious in every single social situation of just like,
oh, yeah.
don't smile, don't do this, don't do that. Like, it's a lot. I get it.
Try going out to dinner on a date. And I'm like, oh, here's the motion directly, always focusing right towards my mouth.
Yep. I'll have.
I'd be like, where do you want to go? I'd be like,
smoothie?
not dinner. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd be like, I don't know, anywhere that I can talk to you over the phone. It would be great.
A tropical smoothie cafe for dinner again. All right.
Yeah.
It's a good sentiment.
Good.
I mean, even somebody like myself who has no flaws, like it's difficult to have the attention drawn to one place, you know, whether it be like my full head of hair, you know, my nice teeth, whatever.
That's why, with my daughters, like all my daughters, when they hit that age and they get self-conscious, I'm gonna be like, let me show you something. Look at these fucking things. Like, I grew up with these.
I feel like Wednesday's going to have less teeth than you did at the age of 17.
Why? Because she's a maniac and she's going to run into a brick wall?
Based on her actions at my cookout last year, which, by the way, is going to happen again. I think I'm going to do the slide again.
No, yeah, they still talk
you're
about
all
it.
invited. Everybody listening is invited.
Nice.
Yeah, but I don't know. It is what it is. So you know what? For those out there who have their own self-conscious stigma, everybody does.
Yep.
It's a thing. No one's perfect. And if they are perfect, you know, Jesus, good for them.
Yeah. Will.
Yeah, Will's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
If they are perfect, or they claim to be, they're not somebody you should be looking up to.
No, you should be trying to destroy their lives and bring them back
Exactly.
down to our level so we can all be equal. That's right.
Socialism?
Only in aesthetics.
Okay.
Exceptionalism.
You know what? I'm going to start a new party. It'll be like I'm an aesthetic socialist.
Yeah. Like everyone's just like a gray, like shaved head.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Gray smocks.
I mean, I'm with that.
Yeah.
I'm totally with that.
Speaking of a new party.
What?
He keeps looking at the baby oil.
Yeah, stop.
Speaking
Jesus.
of party.
Great party. Sam, you're up at number 2?
Charles?
Nope, Charles.
Yep.
I was looking at Charles, and I just called him Sam.
Charles.
It happens. We look so much alike.
Same height.
Yeah, same height and
From
everything.
behind.
Yeah. My number 2. This is one of those things, touch point in your life that you're never going to forget, and this is probably like, if I could like trace all the way back to embarrassment in my life, this is the start of it. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Ground zero. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh, good. It's the 9/11 thing, or
yeah, it's a 9/11 thing.
okay.
So I was up at my grandfather's house playing with my cousins and the other kids on the street. We were playing with a bunch of water guns, having a water gun fight, like back and forth across the street. And I'm about like 12, 13, maybe probably 12, I would think. But I'm the oldest cousin of the group. I'm probably the oldest kid there by like a year. But kind of sitting there on the bank, and one of the other kids' moms comes out of the house like across the street, looks directly at me, waves, says hi. I wave and say hi back. She then proceeds to ask me, "Oh, are you guys having a water gun fight?" I start answering this question. Halfway through my answer, this other woman comes walking by midway through her answer, and I watch the woman I thought I was talking to. I watch her gaze just now follow this woman down the sidewalk. And I'm just stuck there just like, oh my God. She wasn't talking to me at all. This woman was somehow perfectly, like, right behind me, like, just off in the distance, also came out of her house and they had a whole conversation, and I just watched it go by, and I don't know if anybody else witnessed this. I don't even know if the woman I thought I was talking to knew what was happening, but it was enough for me to go, oh no, I'm embarrassed for myself at this moment. And I don't think I'm ever going to live it down internally. Like, I could win the highest awards and a bunch of money, and my brain would be like, remember that time that woman started talking to you? She wasn't talking to you, buddy. That's right. Yeah. I never forget about this. I think about this maybe once a month. And you know what? If someone does wave at me from a distance, I'm super questionable about it the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. So...
You point to yourself, you're like, me? And they're like, mm-hmm. And you're like, really, me? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And you go over, and there's someone behind you. Yep. What the fuck?
So, yeah, that's... Ugh. I hate this. I hate this moment.
How do you get out of that situation?
Luckily, I already had the exit. The woman just kept walking, and I just watched that conversation leave.
And do you just, like... lay down on the ground and then roll away?
Well, goodbye now. I honestly think I just went back inside. Like, that was the end of my fun times as a child that day.
It's the moment you became a man.
Yeah, I just went, well, now it's happening.
No more laughter for me.
Walked to my grandfather's porch, turned back, saw my cousins just spraying just slow motion all of a sudden, and I just slowly descend the steps, and I sit at the adult table for dinners now.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, good for you. Get to the adult table.
That's the day you open up your 401k.
I wish that's how I... No, there was only one way I got to the adult table, and that's because a couple people died. So that's not how you want to earn your seat. It really is not.
So, how many people are at your table?
What do you mean? Now?
Your holiday table. The adult table.
Depends on where it depends on where we're having holidays, but a lot of people, we don't have a kids table anymore, so...
This man's trying to sell you a table.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned this, but I recently have a table for sale. Very nice table.
Man, I wish we were moving. I'd take that table right off your hands.
It's a great table. It's worth a lot of money. It's hardwood.
Hardwood. That refurbished wood? What is this, from an old farmhouse?
No, it's actually, I really have a very nice table. I just need it gone.
Apparently it just wasn't nice enough. It was too big.
No, it's between my wife and fucking Murphy.
Murphy oil?
The old trope, you guys know.
Oh,
you know, Murph.
Whenever your wife gets involved with a Murphy, they start exchanging dining room tables.
I had dinner with Murph.
You had dinner with Murphy?
Me, Murphy, and Bobby. It was just us three. We went to the steak place at the casino for Kevin's bachelor party.
Oh,
it was nice.
Oh, 2
Matt,
years ago.
Murphy.
I know, but it's just funny because I don't have either of their phone numbers. It's we're not close friends by any means. We were just everyone went to this other place. We're I want to go to this place.
If you were a good friend of Bobby's, you'd fly down with me at the end of this month to go see him retire.
Retiring at what?
I'm not a good friend of Bobby's.
How old is he? That he's.
How old is he? He's my age. He's
retiring.
39.
Yeah, he's retiring
ish
from the military.
Oh, okay. Retiring as a Marine.
Yeah,
with a beautiful family, 3 daughters, all successful softball players.
Yeah, he had kids the week we were out of high school.
Yeah, he's medaled for driving Abrams tanks in the Iraq War. Oh. He also is an officer for the Marines, flying helicopters, then became an instructor.
Very cool.
Fucking Josh, you don't know him, fucking Murphy O'Houlihan.
No, I don't know Murphy.
This is not Murphy. No. So I have to make the differentiation. Not Murphy. Murphy's a piece of shit. Yeah. Murphy's a piece of shit.
Murphy's a car salesman.
Bobby Shea is an American hero.
Yeah,
Bobby Shea the third is an American hero.
Y'all are just rattling off the quintessential Boston names.
And yeah, I am, but they're also fulfilling those roles.
Yeah.
Murphy's a
It is
piece of
true.
shit, and Bobby Shea's an American hero.
He's not wrong. Bobby Shea, it's great. I did share a hotel room with him, so that was nice. Maybe I am close friends with him. I don't even know.
Well, we'll be
You know what? No one give
we'll
him a
be in
call.
Tampa the end of June.
Oh, you didn't say it was in Florida. I'll go. Fucking don't threaten me. Tampa.
Come on down. You can stay with me.
Great, wonderful. I'm gonna bring mustard. I'm gonna bind the shit out of you while you're sleeping.
Yeah, won't add any flavor. You just eat my asshole raw.
Listen, I'll tell you if it tastes different.
Fucking moron.
God.
When's the last time? Anyway, where are we?
My number 2 is called Smashy Smashy.
Oh, someone broke a window.
So this was on a dog breath shoot. It was on a commercial shoot, for that matter, but it was a long time ago. This was probably 2013. This was one of our first commercial shoots, and
Okay.
we're in downtown Newburyport. So for what's the smirk on your face? You sending more photos? You do?
No.
All right. Matt's just
I'm just putting the microphone up to my cat's mouth, and it's purring in the.
okay. It's very cute. Matt's doing
Very cute.
anything but pay attention.
I'm the worst. Go on.
We're in downtown Newburyport, which for those of you that don't know, it's a very cute kind of seaside town, a lot of shops and that sort of thing. And basically, like we're there with a commercial client. They make like dog accessories, different leashes, collars, stuff for the car, that sort of thing. And we're trying to just do like a kind of a, like a very subtle, try not to get permits or make a big scene. Just like we'll put the dog
Like
over
gorilla style.
Gorilla style, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's usually better for like a make or ask forgiveness and then permission. And we're outside of this one shop, and it's like a beautiful like red brick shop with like a blue bench outside, and like nice night. And we're like, okay, let's we have a small dog. Let's pop the dog up on the bench. We'll take a quick photo, and then we'll move on. Should take 2 seconds. What I don't realize is that I am I have a backpack on, which is a significantly larger backpack than I'm used to carrying around. And as I turn to work with the dog, I knock over a full display of candles.
Oh man!
There must be 30 candles on this outside display, and I knock the whole thing over.
Oh my god! That's terrible.
Artisan candles.
Yeah, definitely some sort of homemade, something or other.
That was my whole season's worth, and you just destroyed it, young man.
I'm mortified. Obviously, it's very loud.
Oh yeah.
It's very loud, and of course, the shop owner comes out, and I'm just like, I
wish he came out and he said, "There better be 30 Stone Cold Steve Austin's about to enter because those better not be my candles."
If I recall correctly, I don't think most of them actually broke. I think maybe one or two broke, but it was just like a fucking cacophony of noise. And so the owner came out, obviously not particularly happy with me. Helped pick them back up and everything, and then
Look at you.
and then we continued to shoot outside their shop. For
Oh
like
my
a minute.
god. Why?
He had to get the shot.
Oh, it was fucking brutal. There
So, how much did you repay
was
them for
no
the damages?
repercussions.
Oh my
Repercussions
god.
You
for me.
did damage.
It probably a little damage. It wasn't nearly as bad as it sounded, but yeah, our little secret photo shoot certainly got a lot less secret after that, and I was very embarrassed.
Hey, at least you got the shot outside.
We do, and maybe I'll see if I can send it to the group to see if it's worth it. All right, that's my number 2.
Okay. Am I up?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Me?
Oh,
yeah,
well.
it's you.
Oh. My number 2 is when a guy had to watch me pee at a nuclear power plant.
Had to? Oh,
Had
for
to?
drug test.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Couldn't drive
You know.
down with my pee again?
right.
Cleanest pee around.
No,
It's true.
this after this, I started using your PMAT.
There you go.
This is a true story.
Will, at the middle of the night, had to stop by to pick up a Ziploc bag full of my piss to drive to, like, Pennsylvania. or something.
Powerade bottle, not a Ziploc bag.
Oh, never.
And to be honest, you produced like 3 ounces of piss. What a fucking.
You said you
weak
didn't
stream.
need a lot.
I didn't. It was enough.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Fill up a fuck? Okay, I was trying to be fucking courteous and just give you just what you needed. Next time, I'll fucking fill it up as much as I can. I do not pee a lot, though. I will say that. I'm not like a long peer.
You're not
Short
a volume guy.
No, I have a fucking big old stream.
It's a quality over quantity sort of thing.
Yeah,
Not so Hank Hill.
not in that regard. No, I got big old
Yeah.
pipple.
I've got a pretty wide stream.
Well, mine's not wide.
Sprays out like a fan.
Yeah,
Extremely
No,
inconvenient.
it's just
it's like
high
projecting
volume.
images on it like at Disney, like the fountains. It's a fucking.
I have a
Doing
fun.
Phantasmic on Willoughby.
I have a fun little thing where I like to pee, and it goes for a long time. And
Wild.
my wife listened to it, and she
Okay.
goes, "Oh my god, you're still peeing?" And I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like it's
Hell yeah,
some kind
yeah.
of masculine thing.
I got a prostate problem.
No,
That's right.
being able to produce at a high volume is not a prostate problem.
Not yet.
Nevertheless, my first job in the nuclear industry involved friend of the show, Justin Mullen, my brother-in-law, needed a ride to a nuclear power plant. He goes, "Hey, if I can get you a job, will you drive me here?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I guess." Because that's what I had going for me, was a car. But I was a weed smoker. And he goes, you have to stop smoking weed. I'm like, okay, I'll do that. It was about 12 days from the time he called me until the time that I drove him to Pennsylvania and I had to pass a drug test. And anybody these days who knows anything about weed drug testing, 12 days for passing a piss test for weed is stupid.
Yeah.
Doesn't work. That's not a good idea. This was so long ago. I thought I was brilliant, and I drank a gallon of water on the way to work, thinking I could just dilute myself into the point of passing the test.
Yeah.
Of course, that didn't work. They told me the first test, "Sir, your urine is too dilute. You need to take another test." I said, "Oh, shit." I went for my second one. They said, "Sir, your urine is too dilute. You need to take another test. And if you failed this next one, it counts as a failure altogether." So I would have not only driven him across the country for this thing, I'd be out of the job and banned from nuclear plants for 5 years.
I gotta say, it's a little ridiculous. They're just like, "Sir, you're too hydrated right now, so
Well, they
could you
know.
chill the fuck out?"
They know what's going on.
I know, but still, that like in general, that's just like, this is too clear. Can you go drink a Coke or something?
And that's basically what it was. He said, you got to have a certain amount of, I think it's called creatine, in your urine. So it's a third test. He goes, "Look, if it comes back too dilute this time, it counts as a fail and you can't go to work. You can't work here." So I'm like, fuck. And the third test also came with an observed test, which means this doctor, not a real doctor, but some fucking guy, has to look at your dick while you pee. And it's the first time that's ever happened to me. And boy, did that
Yeah.
take forever.
That is real gun shy.
It was because I had to pretend like I didn't drink a gallon of water before getting there and fail for being too dilute the first 2 times. And pretend like I'm waiting, like I have to pee again, even though I absolutely had to pee again right away after each one because I drank so much water. Then having this guy like staring at my dick, and he's looking at me, and he goes, how about those Patriots? And I'm like, can you shut the fuck up, man? Like this, we don't need this small talk here. Like this is. Turns out I passed the test.
Hooray!
Wow.
Barely. And I am now the director of operations for a very successful company. But it didn't come without having some fucking weirdo look at my dick while I peed.
So when he has to look at it, are you like still near a urinal, or are you just like freestanding in a bathroom?
It was in like a little private bathroom.
Okay. Because I would feel like if say you're in like a doctor's office or just in an office journal, it's like, okay, you just have to pee in front of me. Be like, just here? Like on top of just a guy looking at you pee, now you just have to pee nowhere near a toilet. Or like,
no, it was in a secluded little stall. The military people listening here will be like, you fucking pussy. But
did he offer like help in any ways? Simulation.
No, I asked and I asked and I asked.
There's no way I wouldn't be able to crack a joke like that. But yeah. Well, at least you used Matt's pee. That worked.
But yeah,
you know what?
Later on,
I should get some of that. The money you made from that, a little compensation.
For what time?
Let's say the first 90 days.
Well, send me the dates when you submitted those samples.
All right, I'll get the paperwork in order.
It's very bureaucratic.
Well, no jokes aside, I definitely used Matt's pee one time to get access to a nuclear power plant.
He wasn't. That's a true statement. He's not even like. That was a very common thing for people that I knew.
Minute. It was so last minute.
It was very last minute.
Yeah.
I remember, like I said, it was like it was late. You were like, hey,
your piss
I got
was
a real
orange.
weird. Piss was so orange. You're like, I hate to bother you, and I was like, what? Whatever, I guess. But people
like
did
an
that all
Easter
the time.
Sunday, I think.
I peed and stuff for people all the time.
Yeah. As I say, Matt, you're
Why
like
not?
the perfect like person to have because you're straight edge. So you just like, and you know people who do drugs. So you're just like, yeah.
Everyone I knew does drugs. I'm the only one who didn't.
We never had one of those people in our area.
Don't call weed drugs.
See?
Dude, in
Look
the
at him. Look at
2000s,
this degenerate
it
right
was
here.
drugs. Weed was drugs in 2000. Nowadays, it's not.
It's drugs to me. They're all drugs to me.
They're all drugs. Yeah.
I'm a DARE graduate.
Yeah, but you love caffeine.
Yeah, I sure do.
Sure.
I also like aspirin.
Yeah, but that was my number two. Getting my dick looked at by a doctor who tried to make small talk and made me uncomfortable.
Did you try and shove it up beforehand? Just,
Shove it up on what?
It up.
Shove it up.
Shove it up.
A little girth.
Give it a little bit.
Give it a little girth, man.
Yeah.
I think that's for a different episode. But yeah, going to the doctor. I have a female doctor. Yeah, I always try.
The second to last time I had a physical, I had a female nurse practitioner, and we did the whole thing, and it got to that point, and
got to the
she's like, well, now's the thing. I was like, okay. I was like, well, she's like, we can do it this way, we can do it that way, whatever you're comfortable with. I was like, okay. I was like, well, what gets the best results? She's like, if the traditional way. I was like, all right, let's just do that. That's fine. And we did it, but man, she was attractive. She was like an attractive young, Asian doctor.
So what was all the unknowns there?
What do you mean the unknowns?
Yeah, but do it this way, we can do it that way.
Because
I just want to. I want to talk about my
check.
previous doctor after you.
I don't know. I guess there's another way that they can check that's less revealing or whatever. I forgot what it was, but I was like,
my old doctor used to do it with his mouth. I don't know. Should we do it that way?
God, see, that's a good line. That's a good line.
It's like, again with this line I get every day.
I know, she's like, I hear this every day. But
the reason I asked that, Matt, is because years ago, I'm a doctor avoider, which is a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that.
Same. I am also guilty.
I had this old guy doctor recommended by my mother, who worked in the nursing field and like always provided me the best of everything. I could get everything I wanted done remotely without ever going in the office. I ended up with this guy who was like near retirement. And I went in for a physical. And he goes, yeah, here we go, everything. Yeah, I weighed you. You look like this and that, and blah, blah, blah. You're fat. I'm like, okay, yep, I know that. And he goes, normally, we check your testicles. I'm like, okay. And he goes, well, I can give you this pamphlet, or I can perform the duty for you. What do you want? And I'm like,
yes.
What I want is to not ask you to grab my balls.
You gotta
like,
say
don't,
it.
You obviously know what you want.
You gotta say
But
it.
he put me on the fucking table for that.
That's so funny.
And I really, 100%, I was like, I want you to check my balls, but I
Don't make me.
don't
ask.
make me beg for it, man.
Don't make me sing. You know what? My last physical, I didn't have any ball check.
His kid also fucked me over in court, but that's another story.
People think me and Will grew up in a town of 12. 12
Tyler
people.
Pentaleros,
What-
fuck you.
What a story tease to follow what you just talked about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then this
And then
guy
his kid held me
made
up in court for money.
Yeah.
What?
Go with the flow, motherfucker.
All right. Okay.
my number
Well,
two.
I guess I'm up.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2 most embarrassing story here. Okay. This is more secondhand embarrassment, but it directly involves me.
Go on.
Hold on, Will's hitting his peace pipe.
Yeah. Blame me for stalling.
No, I just wanted to highlight it. Okay, so earlier on in my dating life, okay, when I was having sex, right?
Nice.
So, all right. So the thing was, we were like, I think I've told the story too before, but I never like put a name to it. But Mr. Black, anyway. So I was having sex with Mr. Black. But the thing was, so like I was going, like we were like going at it and like whatever and like going at it and this and that and like going back and forth and doing different stuff, right? Just doing different stuff here and there.
Yep.
And after having sex and like going, going down on her, blah blah blah, this that thing, just like whatever. I like, so like I went to like reposition her. So like I had like my legs, my legs. I had my head kind of close to in between her legs, and like I went to like move her.
Fuck yeah.
And it was just like, I wasn't sure what I heard.
Oof.
So I said,
You were
so
her.
I said, not me, not me, not me. So I go, what was that? I literally just went, I was like, what was that? And she just goes, queef. And
Wait.
it's never left me.
No.
It's never ever left me.
That's not even embarrassing. I feel like that's standard protocol. If you were just getting it
Are you
in.
for real? That's your story?
But it blew your hair back.
I don't know. I think that's really embarrassing.
No, it's not.
That's not just a South Park thing.
Wait.
The Queef sisters.
No, no. I was embarrassed.
I can
For her.
appreciate that.
Why?
It's embarrassing.
I
mean, you were just like doing a good job. You were just.
I don't know. Well, listen. Okay, so I'm sorry that
I thought you were gonna say she like farted, which I was also gonna say that just happens. But
yeah, but I feel like no matter what I would say to you, you just be like, yeah, little poop on the dink, no big deal. Standard procedure, man.
happens.
That's what I'm saying. So to you, it's like,
So
so
if you Have you ever been with a squirter?
No.
I was gonna say that.
No.
Queezer. No
But
big
yeah,
deal.
myself.
Yeah, I just fucking milk these tits.
Just
I was
piss
gonna
all
say-
over my chest.
I was gonna say Queezer. No big deal when that happens.
No, I have been, but not in like a sexual way. So just like other things, but
Okay.
they were
either.
known. I never got to that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that sucks because I knew she was like very well known.
No
for that.
offense. No offense to
Ashley
anybody.
Jones.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No offense to any ladies who listen to it. Good for you, but it's not for me. I don't like doing my sheets all the time or having towels out. So
You're a towel.
That's
Nailed them.
that's why I'm so disappointed. I bought all this baby oil. And I get the fucking sheets. Now I have to do laundry again. Like twice.
This podcast is getting so erotic.
what is this?
I didn't
bit?
mean
It's
for it,
a
but anyway,
bit
that was. I don't know. For me, for my point of view, that was like up until that point, right? Because I was like only 17.
Yeah, I was gonna say
at
you've
the
never
time.
experienced that.
No, I'd only been having sex at that point for like 5 months.
Hey.
And up until that point, the idea of a queef was nothing but a very,
Right.
very, very funny thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, that just happened. Now I have to somehow continue this thing. And all I'm doing is like trying to not listen for queefs, but listening for queefs for the rest of the thing. And now it'll never not be in my head. So
Great.
great. Okay.
Great.
I was like, oh my God.
Just learning how each other's bodies work.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Very natural.
Yep.
Well,
Finding
if they're-
somebody with a narrow vagina that doesn't queef so much.
Well,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if you're listening, Mr. Black, good for you.
I'm going to friend request this person right now.
Yeah.
You can. It's fine. Anyway, that's it. Anyway, so number one, let's keep this party rolling.
Let's do it.
All right. Well, my number one also happened when I was 17. I think I was at yeah. I think I'm out of high school. Was I 17 out of high school? Probably not. I don't remember. Fuck it.
Who
I
cares?
was out of high school. I was graduated at this point. I'm a virgin at this time, right? I'm talking to a girl. Been talking to a girl for a month. Went on a couple dates. Mainly communicating through MySpace because just not texting as much. Really, and then I get a message from her like, "Hey, what are you doing?" This is at like 9 p.m. Right? Like, oh yeah, I'm just like, I live 2 streets over from her. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just hanging out at the house. She's like, my parents aren't here. Do you want to come over? An 17, 18-year-old who's a virgin being asked to come over. Better
Yeah.
believe I'm fucking coming over.
All right.
Yep. Quickly take a shower, get the fuck out of there, go over to her place. Yeah. Her 2 best guy friends decided to catfish me on MySpace to trick me to come over.
Oh my God.
She thought it was funny, went along with it, stopped talking to me, and then started dating my friend. Shortly after that, they go. There's a couple more layers to the story. This embarrassment is like just like that is embarrassing. I'm more embarrassed at like myself now to my past self. I'm more embarrassed I let this happen, type thing. Starts dating my friend. Her 2 guy friends tell them once I found out it was them, I came back and threatened them with a bat. My friend believed them. My friend believed them. This is my friend I've known since elementary school.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They should not have believed the bat attack. I'm just
Yeah. I didn't
normally
threaten them
I'm
with a bat.
crazy, right, guys?
No.
I'm just trying to. All right, go on.
Yeah. But that's what they told him. And then couple weeks after that, we're having a thing at my house. He wants her to come over. She doesn't want to come over because she feels threatened and thinks her and her friends are not going to be in a safe place. My friend is like trying to like also seal the deal. I've also warned him of the situation. He's like, hey, do you think you could like tell her everything's cool and then she can like come over and hang out with me? I did it for him. I still did this for him. I fucking apologize to these people for nothing. For everything they did wrong. And I'm still very upset with my past self that I let this happen.
You know what? Go back in time.
If I could.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Get the bat.
Oh, my
They're
God.
going to say you did it anyways.
Yeah, just, you know what? You take and display him anyway, so just, you might as well enjoy it.
Hey,
Yeah.
look, for your bachelor party, I need to be by myself. I'm just going to say that. Maybe Matt can be around.
What are you talking about?
I don't want to be around all your friends. It seems like too much trauma. I'd rather sleep outside.
What about
Well,
Sam?
if anything you drink, you're going to love it.
Go sleep in the dog bus.
No, Sam is the guy who's going to get there like fucking 4 hours early and then declare the master bedroom his own.
That's mine. I'm the only one who has claim to anything in that house. So,
Do we have a house?
we have a house. Yes, we've
Yeah,
gone over
well,
that.
if you fucking paid for it, we do.
I said, Charles, hey, he charged me and I paid him.
I charged
I
him for
paid
the
him extra.
ATVs. Yeah.
I tipped him.
It's nice.
That was with a little extra on the side that he's getting at the bachelor party.
I only paid enough to sleep in a drawer.
That's
drive
why I
the
tipped,
RV
so
up,
I could
Sam.
get in that same drawer.
It's a big drawer.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, that's my number one. I hate this
All right.
story. But you know what? When you're 17 and you really want to fuck something, you think it's time. I thought it was my time, guys. Was it?
You're right. Sex is so
Yeah.
good.
It'll happen for you one day.
Maybe my wedding. Maybe my wedding night.
Yeah.
Maybe my bachelor party. Who knows?
Hey,
Fucking
on
pure
your
white
wedding day,
tuxedo.
Matt will meet your wife.
That's true.
True.
I can't wait to do that.
Fucking no way.
No.
You're not right for him.
Get out of here. God, I hope she's black. I hope she's black so bad.
She's not.
I've met her. Black
You've
as
met
a
her?
bitch.
On a scale of 0 to black, how black is she, Sam?
I mean, I don't see color.
Good for you.
You fucking piece of shit.
Good for you.
Goodness.
Sam, you're up.
Yeah. My number one most embarrassing thing only happened to me 2 years ago.
Here we go.
Wait,
Yep.
when did we start this podcast?
Right around then.
I don't know if I told this story on the podcast, and if I did, I probably told a very abbreviated version, and I won't go on and on about it, but it was a whole fucking thing. We were teaching a dog photography workshop in Scotland.
Oi.
I had to. We had to
As
get,
we all are.
As we all are. I know.
As one does.
As one does. But really the only like flight that made sense was either like a super early one or like an overnight one. We're like, oh, okay, we'll do the overnight flight, and then when we land in London Heathrow, we'll drive like halfway up, because like it's Heathrow's at the bottom of England, and then England connects to Scotland, and we're going to the top of Scotland, so it's like an 8-hour drive. We're like, all right, we'll go on like no sleep, and then drive 4 hours, and then sleep, and then drive the rest of it the next day. The place that I booked in the middle of the country was it was a room that they had just made into an Airbnb at like an old castle, which was fucking wild. And you know how like if you guys rent an Airbnb, sometimes they send you like pages and pages and pages of instructions on like how to get there. And it's like, I'll just use my GPS because I'm not going to read these instructions. So what I don't realize is
That's such a side hate.
yeah. So right at the bottom of the instructions, it's like the last thing. It's just like, when you get there, like, don't turn onto this road. It's, like, very old and falling apart, not suitable for vehicles. It's like, instead, go around and do this. So I was like, I bet the road's fine. So
I got a 4-wheel drive car.
So, so we definitely don't have a 4-wheel drive car because we're in England and fucking SUVs don't exist. I'm driving on the other side of the road, by the way, other side of the car, all that's good stuff, which I've done a number of times and never really with any
so
issue.
You're in an Abuzu 4-wheel 2 drive.
Yes. And so one thing that I realize that I'm doing because I am on the other side of the car is I'm compensating too hard and driving too far to the left because I'm a little bit not used to it. I'm trying to be conscious of it and not do it. But Kaylee keeps calling me out and she's like, left. And I'm like, all right. Fixing myself. So anyways, we make the turn onto this road and it's fucking janky as fuck. It's old. It's like fucking hundreds of years old. And it has these like deep fucking fall offs on either side. And so we're like, okay, I gotta be really careful going up this road. And like, it's sketchy, but like I make it to the top and we get to the castle and we check in and it's great. And then we're like, we want to go out to dinner. So he's like, oh, we should go to this place that's just, just down the road. It's a little pub. So we're like, we're tired and we drive to the pub and we eat dinner. And then we go to the local grocery store and get some waters. And then I'm looking at the map on Google Maps and I'm like, oh, okay, I see. If we don't want to go back down that road, because now we're over here, this other side of town, we can go around this other way. I see this other road that will get us there. And so I take this other road just based on the visual of it. And it's like going through a farm or whatever. And then we get like 99% of the way to the castle and there's a fucking locked gate across the road. I'm like, God damn it. So we turn back around, all the way back down, all the way through the town. And then our options at that point, are go up the janky road or continuing to do the longer thing that this guy suggested. And but at this point, I've been on the road for fucking a billion hours. I'm like, I'm going up the janky road again. And so we get about a quarter of the way up it, and my fucking left tires fall completely off the road into the ravine. And the car's fully bottomed out, like at a diagonal. And I'm like,
God.
Fuck. I'm like, it's a rental car. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't know how much damage I have on this. It's the middle of the night. We've been up for so many hours. And so we call, the only number that we know, is, we're in rural England. Like, there's not a tow company that we can call. We call the Airbnb owner. I'm like, I did this. He's like, oh. He's like, okay. He was really nice about it. But he's like, I'll come down and see if we can pull you out. I was like, okay. And so he comes down in this pretty big truck or whatever, and it's got like a winch and everything on the back. And what's funny is the guys get out. They're two youngish guys, probably like 30, like gay guys or a couple, but they're both like super tall and athletic and really, really like good looking guys. And damn, they're these like. And they've got the truck, and like I'm sitting there, like I'm just helpless, and I'm just like, I did that. And they're like,
wait,
oh, well,
amongst all the gay guys, you had nothing?
No, I had no, I had no pull. I couldn't use my body to get out of this one. But like,
I always dream you could.
Thank you. So they attempt to pull the car out from the front, and like doesn't happen. And so one of the guys is like, okay, like I'll drive around to the back and like we'll see if we can like help push you out somehow. And in order to get behind the car, they can't just cross me on the road because the road's too narrow. So they have to go all the way around like the town basically to get to the back. And in the meantime, they're also calling their friend who has a tractor, like a huge-ass fucking tractor. And he's like, that thing will pull you out because that thing can do anything. And I can see it from, like, through the woods. I can see it slowly. And it's the middle of the night. You know what I mean? And all these people are coming to fucking pull me out of this ravine. We wind up finally, like, taking apart, like, a stone wall and, like, shoving the rocks under the tires. And finally, like, we get out. And, like, the guy's like, I'll drive the car to the top. And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
no.
like, okay, that's fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. What the fuck else am I going to do? Fight back then and be like, no, I'm a good driver.
Yeah.
No.
And so, like, we get there and, like, you know, I'm trying to pay them. I'm like, can I give you money or something for helping me? And he's like, no. And they're super nice about it. And we're like, what? Do you have a dog? And they're like, yeah, we have a dog. Like,
God
she's
damn
this gay couple.
This
you know,
is all a ruse the whole time,
it's
you
like-
guys. You see, he just fucking set us up for a commercial.
Oh my god.
and they're like,
I'm here for it.
she's like, they're like, this dog is our whole lives. And we're like, well, this is what we do. Can we photograph your dog to pay you tomorrow? And so we did, and they were so thrilled, and it wound up working out or whatever. But then, like, my next thing was, like, waking up in the morning and being like, let's look at the damage of the car. Let's see what happened. And I get down and I get under the car, and there's, like, a tiny scratch on the underneath of the car, and that's it. And somehow I fucking
awesome.
lucked out,
Yikes.
and nothing went wrong with the car. But man, was I fully embarrassed and completely helpless, and never want to be in that position again. But it wound up working out. We made some friends. We photographed a dog. I'm part of a throuple now.
Let me say one thing. If
Yeah.
I was in an emergency, such as what you just talked about, there's only one person on this panel that I would want around me, and it would be you, Sam.
Aw, thank you.
Matt would try to make it a big fucking project and how to make it the most pragmatic way to go.
Well,
Charles
I'm sorry
would be
for
like,
solving the
let's
problem."
start a benefit and I'll run up 50 miles. We'll raise enough money where we can go get a flat tire replaced.
And I'll stand back helplessly.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Will just wants someone out of the way, I guess.
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
And Sam will stay out of the way.
I won't make
But
a big
allow
stink of it.
success to happen.
I will say, like, I did get out and, like, you know, tried pushing the car, tried driving it out and everything, and I was like, huh. You know, like,
I'm really fucked.
I was like, well, this sucks.
That's crazy though. I've never been stuck.
I
Charles,
don't
Matt,
think I've
you?
ever been stuck either.
No.
Yep. Quite
say,
Not like
embarrassing.
stuck.
I've never been stuck.
I've had to pull people out of like getting stuck in the snow and shit like that and mud. I've never gotten my vehicle stuck. I'm a pretty good driver, so I don't know what to tell you.
Ooh, boasting.
Yeah. Also, my FJ Cruiser handles anything it goes through. So
You have an FJ Cruiser?
you know that.
Do I know that?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have it with me up there for the bachelor
Oh.
party because I'm gonna be
Is it
Right, right.
yellow?
No, it's white.
Boo. It's painted
I
yellow.
don't like yellow. Is the worst color in that vehicle. Absolute worst. Ugh. Us in the cruiser community look down on the yellows.
Now
We
who's
do.
racist?
Yeah. Well,
All
Well,
right.
Will?
What?
You.
It's
You're
me?
up.
Number one?
Did you
Yeah.
fall asleep?
Yeah, apparently.
it is 11.
My number one is the time I went tubing on a lake, being towed behind a boat, which is all fun. And then I climbed back onto the boat, and my bathing suit proved that it should expose myself to my mother. Completely.
To your mom?
My bathing suit opened up all the way, and
Why does it
probably-
open up?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your bathing suit? Fucking
it was
Levi's
Velcro.
jeans?
Okay.
Walmart.
Okay.
What do you need the Velcro for?
Velcro. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
They're just bathing suits.
I don't. I guess when you swim fast like you, Charles, Velcro isn't sufficient. Where it tears apart. Like what? What are you talking about?
What do you need the
No,
Velcro
man.
for?
I bought a fucking Walmart bathing suit. I went tubing, spent like $300 on the
Yeah.
fucking tubing thing,
And-
and when I got back on the boat after tubing,
Your mom.
my
your
dick
mom
was
saw your
out. My
little-
mom said. My mom
mom
looked
saw
and
her
said, "Hey,
working- yeah.
zip up your fly."
Hey,
That's-
I made that. Put it away.
Yeah, she did.
Well, is the problem that you were hard during it? Is that the embarrassing part?
Well, once I got on the boat.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. At least it was only your mom.
I'm still stuck on the bathing
my
suit
sister
thing.
was there too. The only reason that I know about this is because my sister was also there. My mom is too polite; she would have let it go. But
Your mom would have just let it hang.
There's Will. There's a hanging dong again. That's my Will.
hey, when there's a will,
There's a Wang.
there's
Oh my
incest.
Jesus. Put that on a shirt.
Just question: is it just me, or like I feel like I've never seen men's like swimming trunks that have a Velcro slide? They're just like elastic bands, right?
I've seen
Really?
them.
Okay.
I have. Okay, here's a good question. How many
Okay.
bathing suits do you guys have?
3.
I also have 3.
I have like 9.
I was gonna say technically none. The bathing suits I wear are just older running shorts.
Oh, what are you, fucking
You
poor?
just wear your husband's
No,
boxes.
I just like to
Jesus.
show off my thighs.
Running shorts.
I have like 9 pairs of swim shorts.
Oh, you go to the lake all the time.
I was gonna say you live at like the lake though.
Yeah.
That's like that, when you're
I
at
don't,
the
I
lake.
don't
That's
know.
like when
I
you wear
don't
it
even
every day.
need that.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. I should throw them all
You're
away.
right. Why do I? Here's every conversation I've had with Will tonight. Hey, here's the thing, Will. No, opposite thing. Here's an opinion. Opposite opinion. God, what is this? What'd you drink? Friggin' mirror juice today? No, it was mirrored soda.
Yeah. Well, fucking, at least one of us is looking forward to the end of this show.
We have to start doing these things earlier because Will just
I
falls
run
apart.
with RDT.
What?
Oh, Matt, you don't even know? Jesus
Ard-
Christ.
He's referring to the board member, the CEO of Market Basket.
I had to look. I don't know.
I don't know
Well-
what to say.
Will showed his
know
mom
either.
his dink. So after tubing,
Yep.
She loved it.
she loved it. That was her. That
guess
was her.
so.
She looked at you and just went, "My baby boy.
He's all grown up.
He's all grown up, and what a boy."
Yeah.
Sir, that's his umbilical cord.
She said, you outgrew your dad.
Oh, Jesus.
For the love
Matt,
of God,
what is
Matt,
your
what's
number
your
Why are you
one?
guys... Wait, why is this a Will thing? What are we doing? Can we move on?
Dude, I am trying. You know what sucks is like my number one is the same thing, except not Will's mom.
Can I guess your number one? Is your
Yeah, you know what it is. I
is
talked
your
about
number
it.
one when you showed everyone your dick?
Yes.
Okay.
And my sister was in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you?
We
I
didn't
said-
communicate. I'm just mad. It seems like you stole my shit.
Yeah. I stole your whole life. But I've told the story before. I was just going through some photos on a USB stick on the Xbox. I was just right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, right trigger, and I was just like, "This is that. This is that time. This. That's my dick. Moving on." And I was like, "Ooh."
But nobody wants to see that, do they?
No.
I could go back. I can hit the left trigger.
Nope. Okay.
Left trigger?
No.
No? Okay.
Nope. You said left trigger.
Yeah, that sucked. That was like I think it was like a Super Bowl party. I think Justin was there. At my sister's house in Primrose Street. But
Maybe.
yeah, because but it was good.
Well, wait. Describe your dick.
You know what? Let's see.
I'll tell you if it's the one I remember.
Average length.
It's so veiny.
It's not.
Nope, that's
It's not
Primo.
super veiny. Is what?
That's Primo.
Yeah, it's Primo's Red Rocket RP. But yeah, I mean, I've told a story on the show before. It was very embarrassing, because I was again caught off guard. I was like, "Oh my god, what happened?" So that sucked. It was like a funny moment. It wasn't like a lot of fallout.
So
But
placing this in time,
yeah.
you would have had a point and shoot camera?
That's a good question.
It's a good question.
Right?
That or you
excellent
set it up
question.
on a tripod and, really
That's early.
timer, walk over.
Or
You know what? I think
old school cell phone?
Yeah, I think it was like an old like a sidekick.
Okay. Then you got to go through the steps of getting that onto your computer, loading it onto your
emailed it.
USB drive.
Yes.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
Yep.
Well, it was a USB drive that I pulled from an old computer where I just like copied like all the photos onto this drive, and then I was like, you know what it was? We watched a movie on it, and then I was like, I have all these like photos. I was just like scrolling through them. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. I remember that. And I was that. That's my dick. And there's this. And there's that. It's like Jesus. I was like, I honestly, I was kind of hoping no one would notice. Just keep going. It's kept right along.
That's why I never keep dirty pictures on my phone whatsoever.
Well,
Not the phone you know of.
I accidentally sent a picture of Rosa to like this guy I knew from work and like 3 stages away, just randomly by pocket photo.
Oh.
But you
there's
have
so
a-
many.
But you
So
have a
that's why
hidden
I will
folder.
never hold
But you have
naughty
subfolders
pictures.
for that, really.
Well,
Divide
no,
those
I
out.
totally get it. I remember one time, I think Kaylee and I were leaving a wrestling event, and she pulled her phone out of her pocket, and apparently it had just been doing all sorts of shit, and she's like, I'm buying a grill from someone on Facebook. So, yeah, no, that could happen, totally.
It sure can.
How's the grill?
Fantastic.
All right, real quick. We have one fun butt,
Only one?
and it's our man, Ryan Brown.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Our man.
Ryan Brown, number 5.
Oh shit!
When I was taking a standardized exam and didn't pee beforehand, ended up acing the exam and using a coat to cover up myself at my future high school. Number 4. Previously mentioned, when my date came out of my fraternity bathroom during an after party with her pants down.
Wow.
3. Kindergarten, when I blew chunks after consuming strawberry milk.
Oh.
2. That time I was too drunk to get it up with the hot stripper who wanted to get with me.
We've all been there.
Number 1.
I have.
The time I got even more inebriated and jumped in the waterfall at one of our parties, proceeded to start shaking uncontrollably from the cold. My friends tried to put me in a hot shower to help warm me up, but our water heater died, so they boiled water in the kitchen, ran it up to the 3rd floor where I was shaking like a leaf, and ladled it over my head for an hour. God.
It's not dead.
Yeah. He has 2 honorable mentions, or he has honorable mentions. The time I dated in a car window during an army weekend, thinking it was my buddy's car. I think there's a word there that's wrong.
Masturbated?
Masturbated? Sure.
That's what we're going with.
Yep. Buddy was one spot over. The car belonged to a very surprised looking colonel. Honorable mention, not me mentions.
There you go.
So, that was his honorable mention. These are ones that are not him. Number 1, when my buddy Dan went headfirst into the basketball pole, he saw 2 girls walking by, so he decided to try and free throw line dunk at an 8-foot hoop, bricked, and continued on into the support pole. He ended up with 8 stitches in his forehead. And the time my fraternity brother asked a girl who was madly in love with him to set him up with a blind date for one of our formals. She found her most hideous sorority sister. The girl didn't eat all day so she could fit in her dress, got insanely wasted, and chased poor Daryl around all night. Mind you, this was a boat formal, and hiding places were very limited, so eventually he was caught. A photo was taken, but eventually he burned all copies. Yeah. That's our list.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Ryan Brown, our man.
Yeah, Ryan Brown. Let us know
Our
where you stand
man?
on mustard bindings.
Yeah.
Yeah, binders are necessary.
Yeah,
So-
you know what they say.
Yeah, they're not
Finders
not-
keepers.
Yeah, whatever. I'm not getting into it again. I did not make the position that you need to do that. I literally just said the word mustard, and then Will went, "That fucking trash people. They're fucking trash eating mustards."
Unnecessary.
That's basically what happened. All right.
Piece of shit, wasting materials.
Yeah, so that's our show.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Boy, howdy indeed. We'll be here maybe next week.
Charles,
All of us?
when are you getting married?
Why?
I feel like I got 2 episodes after the wedding, and I'm out.
Yay. All September.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a long way away.
Yeah. You two should check your mail. Sam, I have to put yours in the mail because you're home. So
I'm home.
That's a good month.
Hey,
There you go.
the mail. I'll check the mail.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go check the mail. And on that note, smell you later.